Good evening, everyone, and we welcome you to the final race here in the Bluegrass Truck Series, as it's the Healey Performance 200 Final Four races. We've got a couple of drivers out on the track right now. I see Joey Doucette just set his lap time, so one of your drivers that is battling for these Final Four positions has currently set himself into that pole position as we're riding on board here with Taylor Peacock. Going to go ahead and get through your track information right now. We're at a half-mile track here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. We do know this is a very beautiful track here tonight. Very, a lot of history, a lot of really good racing that can go on here at this 1.5 mile track, as it is 76 degrees outside, 54% humidity, partly cloudy with a 7-mile-an-hour wind. Track temperature right now is currently sitting at 79 degrees, so as it starts cooling off, the track's going to start really taking to these tires a lot better. These drivers are really going to be able to start working lines that you normally don't see here at Charlotte. So it's going to be a lot of fun as we're currently still riding on board here with Taylor Peacock. We see him set himself back up into that 7th position, as it looks like that 9 of Akamai Proctor currently out on the field. As it looks like Alex Healey, that 97, also one of those points position drivers in that Final Four, currently out on his lap setting right now.
It in by the skin of his teeth, Alex Healey did. Got a lot of trucks in the field tonight as Healey EFI. They are going to be sponsoring these races here tonight, actually. And we're going to see not only a prize for, our championship winners here tonight, obviously, but not only are our champions running for something, but everybody in the field here running for a prize of, what, $250, right, Chris?
Yes, it is $250. Healey is going to give a $250 gift certificate to the person who wins this race. And if, say, Alex Healey, since he is, getting currently into the wall right now, that's going to validate that lap for that first time. So we'll see if he can better himself on that second one. But if he was to get up here and win that race, then he would not get it. It would pass to the second position winner. So it really just depends on who gets up there and gets that first position. They could get a gift certificate to Healey EFI for $250 and be able to put a new part on their car.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a good race here tonight. We've got a lot of good cars here, and just remember, if your driver's running for a championship, they don't got to beat every car out in the field. They just got to beat one of the other 4 drivers, the other 3, I guess, technically. So your 4 drivers, they're all just racing each other. You've got to worry about 3 other drivers, and say you finish in 10th, as long as everybody else that you're racing for that championship with finishes 11th and below, you're going to win that championship. So we're going to see how it is tonight. It's going to be very, very tough here. I know this is a track that, like Chris said, over time is going to adapt. You're going to see a lot of guys, what the term they've coined here is harvicking that white line down there, as we'll see them do that a lot. You're going to see that as you're going to hear or not hear, but excuse me, see a lot of 2-wide racing here. There's going to be a lot of tough, hard racing here, and man, it's just going to be elbows out 24/7. We know Charlotte's one of those tracks that you were just one of those people that are, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm listening to the driver chat right now. I thought they were being serious, but I caught them in the middle of joking. I thought we heard something about an EOL, but they're all just messing around. But get back to what I was saying. Sorry, full focus here. So I'm not, half talking, as we see a new pole sitter currently at the moment. But, we're just going to see a lot of hard racing, elbows out. This is a place I didn't expect for us to run for a championship here. But, man, Charlotte, that's one of those places that I think I would love to run for a championship. I would much rather love to race at Charlotte for a championship than Phoenix. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tough, and it looks like it's going to be nighttime. So definitely going to be easier on the tires here for these guys. Bobby Hall Jr. going to set himself up at second.
Riding on board here with Jason Bridges, one of those drivers that did not make it into that Final Four, was on that cutoff point, just on the cusp of it. So you can see him not make it in there. Does have that playoff banner still on the truck, but is not fighting for that playoff, because right now there are only 4 drivers battling for it, which is Doug Neal. Excuse me, I have my points pulled up here, and everything has closed on my other screen. It's going to be Joey Doucette, Bobby Hall Jr., Alex Healey, and Doug Neal. Those are going to be the 4 drivers that we watch out for here tonight. This is gonna be a very interesting race. Not a, we always say not a lot of drivers on the track. Well, there's gonna be a lot of drivers out here on the track tonight. We have over 20 cars out on the track. I want to say 23 to be exact. This is gonna make a very interesting race here tonight. Daniel Worthington currently sitting up in that lead. Bobby Hall Jr. in second. Joey Doucette rounding out that top three. So like we were saying, this is going to be one of those races that we just have to watch where everything's at, where everybody is positioned. Because like Josh said, you do not have to finish this race in first place. You can finish it pretty much, if you've got 23 cars, you can finish it 23rd, 22nd, 21st, and 20th. But as long as you're in that 20th spot, in that out of those 4 cars, you can win that champion. So it just comes down to that point of, it's where you're at on the track when that checkered flag drops.
Yeah, and one thing that's going to make it difficult here tonight is just a lot of race trucks out there. These guys are going to have to not only battle with each other, but battle with traffic, battle with guys that, they're probably going to think gives a little bit more leniency to them that probably in their eyes, nope, I'm not going to do that for you. 45 seconds here to go before qualifying ends, and we've got a lot of guys, Chris. I wasn't expecting up there in the front. One guy that you hate to see qualified good here tonight, but not in the points, is Taylor Peacock. Unfortunately, he was knocked out last week in a early wreck with Alex Healey. They both got in a little bit of contact down in 3 and 4, got him around, and then Wes Wiggin actually came around the corner and knocked the snot out of that at 81, and he wasn't able to make it back to racing condition. That truck was absolutely destroyed, and it ended his, I want to say it was lap 11, lap 16, one of those areas right there. And man, it was first caution of the night, and unfortunately it took out Peacock. But Healey snuck in by the skin of his teeth. Man, we've got a tough championship battle going in here tonight. A lot of good race trucks. I'm expecting to see Doug Neal at 77. He's a guy that we know is very fast in the trucks, and he's been one of those people that I said 45 seconds a minute ago. It was actually a minute and 45 seconds. So now we're under 45 seconds till we grid up. So, but Doug Neal is one of those guys that we can really see come through tonight. We know he is so fast on these mile and a halves, very dangerously fast on these mile and a halves. It'll be interesting to see if Doug comes through. Like we said, not only do you got to survive and beat out those other 3 drivers in the final 4, you got to beat out 18 other drivers as well. So this is going to be an interesting show. And I think let the best man win. That's all I really can say. And hats off to all of our championship 4. You've made it this far. Head down, driver. Tighten up those belts because we're about to fire those engines and go racing. It's championship time here in the Truck Series, Chris. And man, I can't believe we're already here. It feels like we were just starting the season. We're already gridding up for the final Truck Series race here in Season 1 of the 2021/2022 Truck Series. I guess Season 2 technically, yeah, since it did start in 21. You're right. So Season 2 here will be ending, and then I guess we'll technically be going into Season 1 of 2022. So we're going to see who is the final grab on this, this Truck Series season, and who is going to walk away champion here tonight, as we do have majority of our field gridded up. Looks like we're waiting on our 2 pole sitters here to get up, our pole sitter and outside pole, and see if we can get our, grid going here in just one moment. As man, I can't even speak right. I'm so excited. I keep thinking of all the possibilities that's playing out through my head here. I know coming through that turn 2, seeing that Concorde out there on the water tower, that is one thing here at Charlotte that I've looked at so many times and just thought to myself, please don't wreck. You just look out at that water tower, see it, you know where you're at, baby. All right, and it looks like we do have majority of our field gridded up. We're going to go ahead and get on board with your drivers here. P1 here tonight is going to be that 113 Daniel Worthington. He is going to set himself on pole. Bobby Hall Jr. sitting himself outside in P2. Then it is going to be, we got a lot more playoff banners in the field than we should. So we will remind you throughout the night who is your playoff drivers. Joey Doucette going to be lining up P3 here tonight with Ron Morris Jr. in P4. David Brackett in a good P5 position. He's shown a lot of speed here in the lake after his first win of the season. Taylor Peacock P6 with Christopher Blanchard rolling off P7 here tonight. P8 going to go to Wes Wiggin. He's looking for a better night here tonight after last week's troubles. Logan T. Smith going to roll out P9 with Doug Neal, one of the mans fighting for that championship here tonight, rolling off P10. Then we got Robert Richards, another one of those guys that's looked very strong here in the seasons. In this season, P11 with Alex Healey. your other championship racer in that P12 position, Alan Duranko, a name we haven't seen in a little bit. It's good to have that 4 machine back. He's going to be rolling out P13 here tonight with Brett Nilsson in that 14th position. Ed Osborne going to start P15 with Jason Bridges P16 as we get to the rest of your field here. Josh Clemens 17th with Anthony Stevens in that 18th spot. Travis Twitty in 19th with Akamai Proctor in 20th. Cody Verrill going to roll out 21st with Josh Lockwood 22nd. And CJ Mason, good to see CJ back, as he is going to roll out 23rd here tonight. And it looks like we have extended the caution here just a little bit, get these guys a moment to catch up, get caught up, and get, tightened up as a pack.
Yeah, we know a lot of these races can start off really quick as soon as the pace car gets around. They're going.
That's exactly what Jason just said. Wanted to let everybody get caught back up here. We did have a few guys at the tail end of the field, and we saw that. Cody, Josh, and CJ weren't necessarily all the way caught up there. This is going to make sure the field gets tightened up. We're going to have a fair start between everybody. It won't count as laps. The only thing it will do is it might mess with your fuel strategy a little bit. We know how sometimes these strategies play out on fuel here in these Bluegrass stages. We'll see if that's going to come into play. Chris, you might not think it, but one pace lap, I can do a lot. I can do numbers on that fuel tank.
It really can, and I see over in the YouTube chat, Garage Topic saying, I was told there would be a free iPad for everyone who watched this. When can I get it? Alex told me this, buddy. Whenever I get my iPad, you'll get your iPad as well.
All right, where's Alex out there in the field? I'm gonna have to call race control and tell them whoever Alex told, we got to kick him out now. Sorry, man. I'm just kidding. There's Alex Healey riding around in the pit suit. So you see, he's got the suit, man. He's got your iPad. You're going to have to tell Healey that he was the one that told you. Maybe he meant if you come watch it, he'll buy you the iPad. Let's ask Alex after the race. Enough of the joking, man. Get back to the race. And these drivers, they're about to come to green here. It's championship night. There's so many thoughts running through these drivers' heads. It's just got to keep that head down, keep focused. Hopefully this pack gets tightened up here as it looks like they're going to start getting ready to get tightened up. I mean, drivers, really just get up on that wheel, get that last little bit of confidence going. Think about this move here. You're about to roll out into turn 1 at 150-plus miles an hour. Here we go as we're going to hit the start zone. Green, driver. We are going racing as the green flag drops. And the 113 and the 94, they're going to fire off both pretty even. So it looks like the 76 might get a little bit of a better launch, but here in the quarter, that inside lane's going to come to life. It's too wide. We're all going to go here into turn 1. We'll see how this field's going to cycle out, as it looks like Bobby Hall Jr. is going to take the early advantage on that outside lane, roll it into the lead. That 113 going to sit in second. That outside lane already starting to stagnate a little bit. I say that as they go back to the top, and that 113 back to the bottom. The 94 already blocking here. We haven't even gotten to the end of lap 1 yet, as we're now coming out of turn 3 and 4. Looks like Bobby Hall Jr. will be your leader. 76 into the wall.
Yeah, you saw the 76, Ron Morris Jr. get up into the wall a little bit. That's something to watch out for.
Whoa!
Big contact.
That's Doug Neal. That's Doug Neal.
77 to Doug Neal already getting into big wall contact back there. We'll have to see what happened back there. Might have had maybe a little bit of a net contact issue. Whoa! We'll have to go back and see here in just 1 second. But, man, that was a big hit there for Doug Neal.
Yeah, that could be big championship implications here early, Chris. We know how aerodynamic efficient this track is. And Doug Neal, he's got big contact. We're going to see. Looks like he's got Healey around him. Let's see. That might be a lap before.
Right there. Oh, right there. It looks like they were fighting for that same little bit of real estate. Maybe Doug Neal might have came down into the quarter panel, but we're going to go back on board here with your fastest lap position right now. 94 Bobby Hall Jr. going to be moving his way out in front of Daniel Worthington. You see right now about 7/10 up. Then right behind him is that 16 to Joey Doucette. Right behind them, that 88 of Wes Wiggin right now battling on the inside of that 38. Oh, just saw a really big shot there from Doug Neal. He's going to have a lot of damage on that race truck. You see he's already fallen all the way to the back of the field. Man, he's going to have to hope that he can get a little bit of that damage repaired under hopefully a caution, because that was a big smack there.
Yeah, he definitely wants a caution now. That's what that 77 machine needs. Stinks to see him all the way back to 23rd, man. I had high hopes for that 77 coming in tonight, and we'll have to go back and watch that Alex Healey, Doug Neal contact here in a little bit. But right now it looks like that David Brackett machine might be going to the top lane and trying to work on those guys out in front of him. He's got Taylor Peacock, Wes Wiggin pushing on that bottom lane as Alex Healey, the man of the topic, of the minute right now, is it seems like the 97, and not sure if that 97 and the 77 had, the 97 came up a little bit in the lane. I'm not sure what we saw there. It was really hard to see from that, but it looked like that the 77 and the 97, like you said, were both going for that real estate right there. The 77 either drove it over the nose of the 97 a little bit too hard, or the 97 drove it up into the back quarter panel of him just a little bit too hard. But from that camera view, you really can't get a good speculation of it. We know there was contact. We'll have to go back and check it here in a minute, but it looks like Robert Richards is filing out into that 9th place. He's comfortably sitting there as he's got Logan T. Smith and Brett Nilsson, that 10 machine of Nilsson, looking very sharp out here tonight. We know he's going to be racing tomorrow night in the Xfinities. Good to see him out here tonight in the trucks, just getting a little bit of a start. And maybe, I know these Xfinity guys and Cup guys get that one start in trucks that they could use, and it looks like Brett going to try to get out here and just get some in that, experience. He's one of those guys that's had a lot of trouble come his way in the Xfinity Series this year, and, experience is all he needs. Just get out there, get more seat time. I think more things will start to come his way once he, is able to work on it a little bit more. We just know he's been caught up in the wrong stuff, wrong time, man. So we'll roll back through the field here a little bit. Jason Bridges, that 99. You see Josh Clemens on the outside. At 34, high side hustler. I know he was just at Coda. The Bubba Wallace fan right there. I saw him rooting out there on Facebook all over. It's good to see Jason having a good time out at the Circuit of Americas. Now he's here tonight racing at Charlotte. Stinks of what happened, man. We saw, his driver lost a wheel. And I saw Twitty putting laughing emotes to it on Facebook. So, oh, we got a caution, Chris. Oh, we got a big caution. That's the 81 of Taylor Peacock.
As it looks like maybe he had a little bit of contact coming out of the corner. We'll see if we can go back and find out real quick.
Might have been with Alex Healey. I just heard him. I hear the 81 saying that was his fault. Oh, that might be implications for how bad does the 97 just get damaged there? He just took a big shot to that outside wall. Oh, yeah, that was 100% the 81. You see the 76. Yeah, sorry, Chris, continue.
No, I was going to say, you just see Taylor Peacock nowhere to go. The 97 nowhere to go. You see Taylor Peacock just tightening up a little bit coming up the track. Gets into that.
Ron Morse Jr. took a big shot to the inside wall.
Yeah,
going to re-hit the 81. So the thing I'm seeing there, Chris, is the 81 probably got tight, middle corner on entry. And then on top of that, he had the 76 on his rear quarter panel a little bit. I think he might have just lost the air on that truck and not losing the air would have gotten loose a little bit, I think. I just think sucking the air off there, just being in that 3 wide traffic, in that middle lane, already tightening it up. I just think all that dirty air right there, just where he was at on the racetrack, that was just unfortunate for the 81, because you see, he gets back in the gas pretty early, and he was low on the track, but just getting in the gas that early. And then you have that driver right there on your back bumper. You have another driver right there on your outside quarter panel. It's just one of those places you can get yourself into an awkward situation fast. And we're going to have every single driver besides Logan T. Smith down pit road. Chris, we've got to check on the 97 and the 77 now. And that's tough for both of those drivers too early. Ooh, big damage to the 97. I'm sure the 77 looks no better.
Yep, trying to see as everybody's kind of shuffling around. Yeah, big
77 might get off with a little bit, better of the two.
See if we can go back and find out what happened here with Doug Neal. This was a little too far back. We'll see if we can go back right here.
See, it looks like out of corner. Alex has definitely got a big run to the outside from that outside groove. He's going to be on the bottom here.
See if we can go on board here with that 88 of Wes Wiggins. See if we can just pop back. See if we can see what happened here.
Yeah, I see. I mean, that's just, they were probably both racing for that same spot. The 97 with the big run probably thought he was going to clear the 77, but he didn't, obviously, and it stuffed the 77 big into the wall. I don't know how to judge that. I'm not a... Because, the 77 has to turn down a little bit there. You know what it's like at Charlotte. You keep going straight like the 77 was, he's going to hit that outside wall either way from where the track just turns in super hard and the wall comes at you. So The 77 does have to turn down there. Granted, you can look at it in a way of, oh, the 77 should have lifted out of the gas. Or you can look at it as the way of, oh, the 97 should have stayed down there and held his line. I mean, people are going to say it either way. At the end of the day, I've seen so many accidents like that. It happens so quick, and knowing what it's like to be in that situation, it's one of those things you think it's going to work or you don't think it's going to work, and it happens so fast that you don't even really know what happens until you reflect on it, until hindsight. So I don't think any of them were kind of in the wrong there. I just both think it was hard racing. They're going to go back and look at it, realize what they can do different next time in that situation. But, I mean, here early, they've shot themselves in the foot big time. And it's not even only for the 77. Not saying that 77 shot himself in the foot in any means, but the 97 definitely has gotten himself in the mess now with not only getting into the 77, he's now down pit road, and now he's got to deal with the damage from that accident he took with Taylor Peacock. And with that front end coming off the ground and the big shot he took to the front end, there could be some suspension damage, on that 97 that we don't know about. But the pace car off, green flag back out. Logan T. Smith is not on new tires. So we should see this 113, this 88, and this 38 leave him like a scolded dog here and get down the back stretch.
Yeah, green flag is back out. Let's see. Oh, you see that? Oh, you see that 85 starting to get a little loose down there on that bottom lane. He's not able to hold that momentum like that 88 is. The 88's able to get into the gas. You're going to see him go up there and try to cut off that momentum. But
and that's going to cut off the momentum big time. Joey Doucette to the inside, yeah.
Say Joey Doucette taking that move to the inside. You're going to see him should be able to get around that 85 here in out of corner exit. A lot of things to watch out for. Is that coming out of turn 4, though? You can get up into that wall really easily. There you go. You see the 16 of Joey Doucette going to go ahead and make himself around.
Cody Verrill's going to big battle, with Josh Clemens. I saw they were all over each other's bumpers, as the 99 is going to come down the back stretch. You see Logan T. Smith starting to get hung out on the outside. Big bump to the 11 there from the 99. As they're going to roll it into corner, and right behind him, he's got the 4 of Alan Durango. You see the 10, the 42, that's Brett Nilsson. And Ed Osborne, a driver that hasn't had as much success as I was expecting Ed to have this season. You know, he kind of had his breakout year last year. He's had a good season this season, no doubt. I just was expecting Ed to maybe possibly have, his first win or, something here. And it doesn't seem like it's came yet. But Ed is one of those drivers that's improving every week. And you love to see that 42 running strong as he does. We're going to get back up here. You see the 16 of Joey Doucette now starting to catch down Wes Wiggin. It looks like they got a little bit separated once that 85 of Logan T. Smith on the restart got them all stacked up. Daniel Worthington was obviously able just to blow by there on the restart because he started on that outside lane. Wes Wiggin got by in turn 1 a little bit easier, and then it kind of held up Joey. So you're going to see him get probably caught back up here with each other. But Logan T. Smith, man, he is causing a heap of stack-ups here through the field. Every time the drivers get by him, it goes to almost 3 wide sometimes with how these drivers possibly want to take moves, 85 up to the top of the track, as man, he's probably dealing with some roughness right now. Those tires probably aren't too bad. It's just how everybody passes you, man. It's a scary situation being what that 85 is doing right now.
Yeah, right now it still looks like Alex Healey still down pit lane, so he might be done for the night. I see Doug Neal did get back out on the track. He is currently a lap down. So right now he's just going to probably hope to get to that stage break so that way he can get some more of that damage repair. Probably tried to take as much as he could on that beginning stage. So right now 2 of your playoff drivers already having a little bit of problems. But Joey Doucette and Bobby Hall Jr. right now are your 2 drivers that are battling for that. Whoa, as I'm talking to him, you see the 48 of Robert Richards getting into him. Let's see if he can save it. He does that. Whoa, that was a big push there. As I'm speaking of it, man.
Chris, you almost spoke some bad fortune on our boy right there. That was a big move. And a scary one for a second.
Definitely a big, scary move. Just going to go back up and watch this happen. See them pretty much have what happened with that.
That was basically Alex Healey and Doug Neal, yeah.
Basically the same thing that happened between them, yeah. So just fighting for that same real estate and going into that corner. Sometimes you don't see that person on that outside. I can't attest. Being a driver that drives at one of my favorite tracks is Charlotte. So this is a track that you have to pretty much be on your A game the entire time. And if you do, lose focus on the outside, or if you lose focus like that, that's what happens. You can get into each other, but a pass for the lead. 16 of Joey Doucette going around the 113. So the new leader here at lap 119, or excuse me, lap 19.
119.
119,
It was 119 already, man. I was about to say, Chris, 16 minutes in, we're at 119. Where are we at?
Well, it looks like we got a little bit of cars back into the wall back here. So like we were saying, this is going to be a very interesting race now with Alex Healey still down pit lane. Like I said, don't know if that 97 is going to be able to get back out onto the track. Hopefully he will.
Josh Clemens is kind of like the Mama Duck right now, and then all the way back to 10th is his Goose. Or Goose. What am I saying? It's Baby Ducks. I don't know why I said Goose, man. I was thinking of Duck, Duck, Goose earlier, then I said that, man. I'm just going to shut up. That wasn't even funny anymore.
Alan Durango on a big move on the inside of Cody Verrill. Saw him get down there on that blue line. He had a little bit of a loose bug fight him, so he had to get out of the gas. Now Cody Verrill going to have a better momentum on that outside lane. Right behind him is Bobby Hall Jr., who has fallen back a couple of positions from that starting position, but also having a little bit of a hiccup. You see the 76 up there of Ron Morris Jr. He's going to be riding that top lane, going to let all these boys get around him, but right now, he's trying his best to get up here. Joey Doucette, though, currently sitting in the lead, got about a second and a quarter up on Wes Wiggin. You see Wes Wiggin now coming out of turn 4 into the tri-oval. So right now, Joey Doucette trying to show you that he can get it done here at 1.5 miles. We know that Joey Doucette is one of those drivers that can really get it done at a track like Charlotte, and he's showing you right now he's got what it goes to do. The stage points do not matter for your playoff drivers. The only points that matter are where you're at on the track. Now, the drivers that are battling for the prize money for that 5th position points do matter. So whoever is sitting in 5th place can get points, can get money still off of the championship here tonight. So it's one of those things to watch out for, as we're still seeing a lot of drivers here battling for this position. We see the 4, Durango now looks like he's moving to the outside of that 38 of Brackett. You know, David Brackett's also one of those drivers that's really improved this season, showing that he can get up here with all these fast boys in the truck series and really throwing it down. And then speaking of, Bobby Hall Jr. now is starting to poke his nose back up into the mix. He's coming up on the back end of Cody Verrill with that 10 of Brett Nilsson in tow behind him, one of our Xfinity drivers in a beautiful looking 10 machine. I love that Budweiser scheme on that Chevy back there. That looks really good.
Yeah, we got a good little pack of racing right here, Chris, between these drivers. That's 4th place all the way back to 10. It sounds like Doug Neal is about to get lapped here by Joey. One championship contender, lapping another, man. And now the only 2 we've got really left competing at the moment. Doug Neal's still competing, but right now, you know, the only guys on the lead lap is Bobby Hall and Joey Doucette, so Doug Neal's definitely got a lot of work cut out for him, and man, if he's able to get that truck back up and running to speed, I think he's going to be a factor, but it's going to take a lot of work down pit road to get that truck back to where it's going.
Yeah, a lot of unfortunate turn of events here. You know, one of those things that we always say, it's just kind of, you know, that's racing. You know, you can be minding your own business. Look at that big drive for Ed Osborne on the inside there of that 99 of Josh Clemens. Looks like Josh was going to do a crossover there for just 1 second, but he's going to tuck back up to that back bumper of that 42 of Ed Osborne. But, you know, like we were saying, you know, it's one of those things where I don't think it was nefarious. I don't think that, they did it on purpose. You know, he didn't wreck Doug. And then, of course, you saw Taylor Peacock. I don't think he wrecked Healey on purpose. I don't think it was any kind of purposeful wrecking. That's just one of those things that, you know, at a track like this, you go into the corner a little hot, you know, the truck tightens up on you, and the next thing you know, you're up in the door of the other truck, and sometimes you just can't help it. Just going back just through the field, just so that way we can see where everybody's currently sitting right now. It's good to see Josh Lockwood, a driver that we don't normally see racing in the truck series anymore. We always say he looks like Josh's doppelganger. I swear if you saw a picture of Lockwood and my brother next to each other, you'd go, okay, they are definitely the same person. But good to see him back in the field right now. CJ Mason also battling with that 9 right now. But we're going to go back on here with that Joey Doucette machine. See that he's now got a 3-second gap over Wes Wiggins. So, man, this is already starting to turn out to be a really good race. we're riding on board here with Bobby Hall Jr. now, currently falling back to that 10th spot. He's now lost a couple of positions over Brett Nielsen, Cody Verrill. You see he's still in the gas, though, trying to get that truck figured out. Like we said, got a long race ahead of us. So a lot of these drivers, the stage break won't be until lap 53. So a lot of the drivers right now just trying to figure out where their tires are, what lines they can run, what positions they can run. It looks like Ron Morris Jr. now coming down pit lane. Looks like Taylor Peacock is out of the race. Doug Neal, he is currently your driver that is a lap down. You see Alex Healey still down pit lane, 12 minutes long. You see Doug Neal right now getting passed by that 34, Jason Bridges, but we're still seeing, like we said, a lot of battling going on back here. You see Ed Osborne still duking it out with Josh Clemens. Josh Clemens and him trading that fifth position, that fourth and fifth position up like it is. Excuse me, I was listening real quick. Yeah, it looks like it's starting to fall off just a little bit, though. Wondered when this fuel is going to start coming into play, when these drivers are going to, they did come down at lap 9, so maybe just took a little bit of fuel. Looks like a lot of drivers did take fuel only. A lot of drivers did take tires as well. You see Joey Doucette, though, Josh, still out in the lead. He's got a 4-second gap over Wes Wiggin. This could be his race tonight.
Yeah, Joey is looking very, very strong here tonight, Chris. And caution. Backstretch, Robert Richards, yeah. We'll see what happened here. Could have gotten loose by himself off of 2. Looks like he does have a truck under him there. 58 to Anthony Stevens.
It did look like he did have a little bit of help there, Josh. We'll go back and see if we can see if maybe Anthony Stevens did get underneath him.
Well, he's definitely got some front end damage. Not from that, though. Okay. Let's see. A little bump, yeah.
Just a little bump there. Like we said, it looks like Robert Richards was able to get it locked down, didn't have any damage or anything other than that. Other than probably slapping the wall coming out of turn 4. A lot of the drivers are doing that tonight, but it looks like Joey Doucette, David Brackett, Cody Verrill, the only drivers that decided to stay out. Everybody else, though, coming down pit lane.
I mean, are they...
So the 88 of Wes Wiggin going to get out first. 113, 42, 99, the 4 of Alan Duranco. A lot of drivers, looks like, did come down, take tires and fuel. Looks like Josh Lockwood, the only driver that came down and took fuel only.
Maybe just don't want to lose that track position here. All right, and as we've got a moment here, just going to go to an LNS Custom side-by-side, get a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back with you.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
And we welcome you back here to Charlotte Motor Speedway, as it's going to be that 16 of Joey Doucette, 38 of David Brackett. Bringing us back to green flag racing here in just one moment, as they're going to come down the backstretch. Pace car will make its way in this lap, and we'll be back to racing. We'll see how well that 16 going to fire off here, as he has not pitted since lap 9. So some of these guys, a lot of these guys, mostly everybody behind him, I should say, besides Josh Lockwood, all came in and took tires. So this is going to be a struggle here for the 16, but it's going to save him that set there. And he's going to be able to grab a set when everybody's going to be down a set at the stage break.
Yeah, you also got to take into consideration that David Brackett and Cody Verrill also didn't come down pit lane.
You're right. Those two not coming either could spell a little bit of a stack up here. 16 going to fire off, as he is going to get off to a very well start. 38. He's going to get off to a good start as well. So it looks like the three guys on the old tires, besides Cody Verrill, I should say, he's starting to drop back a little bit. Fired off pretty well. As the 94 of Bobby Hall Jr. is sitting in 10th place. The other guy racing here tonight for that championship, as your four coming in, was Doug Neal, Alex Healey, Cody Verrill, and Joey Doucette. Well, Alex Healey, if you're just tuning in for him, he's been on pit road for 20 minutes. Early accident with the 77, and then he got involved with an accident with the 81, 94 into the wall now. That's your other championship contender, man. These guys got to settle it down. Somebody's got to win this thing or contend for it.
That's what we were talking about. Right there, 94 going around. He's going to get into the 55. Big hit with the wall. See, a green flag's going to stay out. Everybody's going to try to get around him. It looks like the 94, though, taking a big shot there. Also, CJ Mason also taking a big shot. You see Doug Neal right now pulling up behind him. Maybe that 94 just not having the best of nights here. So I'm taking a big shot to that outside wall, and I think that might have just loosened everything up on that truck. But it looks like Joey Doucette starting to fall back a little bit. Wes Wiggin now going to be your leader.
We have a replay indicator for that?
We'll see if we do have it right here. Saw actually it's a little too soon.
Oh well, just bring us back live. We'll find it under caution.
Here it is right here.
That's it.
Yes, this is. You see right now, Joey Doucette trying probably get set up into the corner. Yeah, those older tires. Wes Wiggin just a big drive in there into the corner. So I'm drive right by him. The 16 just on that older tires might not have the same fervor that 88 able to keep into that truck. But man, a lot of drivers really starting to fall back here a little bit. See Jason Bridges now moving his way up into that 7th position. Joey Doucette now falling back all the way to that 8th position. But like we said, don't count him out just yet. He's just on older set of tires. Once he comes down, gets a better set of tires, he'll be able to start fighting his way back in there. This is just a strategy play. This 13 laps till the stage break. Unless we have another caution, then he'll be able to come down. But like I said, this is just a strategy from that 16. So if you're a Joey Doucette fan, don't count him out just yet. Right now, Bobby Hall Jr. coming into pit lane, another one of your drivers that was battling for position. So Joey Doucette right now has just got to finish this race, and he'll walk away with that $500 paycheck. So Joey Doucette.
Don't say he's just got to finish this race. Doug Neal's still out there, Chris.
Still in there too, yeah.
If he wrecks and goes 2 laps, 3 laps down, and has a damaged car too, it's going to be a race between who's going to be closer to on the lead lap for the championship. That would be crazy, man. Joey Doucette's just got to keep it clean, and that's probably what he's been told. And That's probably why he's just managed to check out there that lead pack and didn't try to put on as much of a fight with those old tires. Looks like he's now getting caught, though, by Robert Richards and co. So he's got another big pack of race trucks coming by. He just needs to keep that nose clean and hope that everybody gets by him all smoothly. What lap is our stage break again?
Lap 40 or 53.
53, okay.
It's like Daniel Worthington's getting around that 42 at Ed Osborne. See Ed Osborne doing a little bit of blinking there. So maybe getting out of the gas, letting that 13 go ahead and get around him. Yeah, speaking of Josh, you were saying Ed Osborne, speaking of, he is definitely showing a lot of fervor right now. He's getting his way up through that field, sitting in that third spot. You see him blinking a little bit up there. It should be able to fix itself. We know a lot of these drivers do have a couple of issues with their internet. They do sort of fix itself. But right now, the 48 of Robert Richards, you saw him getting that rear end tap from that 58. Whoa, the 11 of Cody Farrell back there getting a little sideways next to that 55 of CJ Mason, who had that little bit of incident with that 94 of Bobby Hall Jr. But right now we're riding on board here with that triple screen bandit of Travis Twitty. See him on the inside of Cody Farrell. Behind him is his teammate of Anthony Stevens, and then Blanchard and Akamai Proctor right behind him. Good drive in there from Twitty. You see him getting around that 11. Man, a lot of stuff going on up here in the front. We see now Ed Osborne starting to fall off just a little bit to Daniel Worthington, and Josh Clemens starting to reel him in. The 4 there also starting to reel him in just a little bit. So a lot of drivers starting to slowly pull up here to the front. And, you know, like we were saying, Joey Doucette, one of those drivers that really showing a lot of tenacity here tonight, but just on those older tires, not able to keep it underneath them like all those drivers on those fresher tires.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see as the night goes. Realistically, how everybody's going to file out. Right now, we're still seeing some pretty heavy racing through our midfield, I should say. They're still pretty packed up. You see Akamai Proctor getting past David Brackett, the 58 of Anthony Stevens. He's also going to the inside, and then behind them you see Cody Farrell and co. is back up here with Josh Clemens, your 4th place sitter at the moment. It's like you were talking about. Oh, Ed Osborne!
Yeah, I saw Ed Osborne getting maybe a little loose coming out of corner exit there. Instead of getting into the wall, he took it down into the painted part. Man, he definitely lost a little bit of time there to that 113. Now you see the 99 of Josh Clemens now starting to reel in that 42. You're just going to have to see Ed Osborne get a little bit underneath them. And, John, I got you, buddy. Just going to kind of cycle back through the field right now. You see Jason Bridges moved himself up 9 position into that 7th spot. The 48 of Robert Richards now sitting in that 8th spot. CJ Mason, after that little bit of contact with that 94 of Bobby Hall Jr., who is still in the pits right now, currently sitting in that 9th spot. And then behind him is Logan Smith. And then behind him, Travis Twitty, Christopher Blanchard, Akamai Proctor, Anthony Stevens, all kind of just riding in that 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th spot. So a lot of really good drivers still in this race. A lot of implications still on the line. Like we were saying, as far as the points go, you can still win $500 to the champion. The second place runner-up gets $250. Third place gets $125. Fourth place gets $75, and then fifth gets $50. And then whoever wins the race, that is, you know, as you heard Alex Healey say before the race, if he won it, then he would give it to the next person. Well, that doesn't look like that's going to be happening. So whoever wins this race tonight also gets an extra $250 on top of that. So $750 you're walking away with right now. You know, if that champion does end up, you know, being Joey Doucette, walks away with that win.
Yeah, it stinks that we're already only really thinking that Joey Doucette's probably going to be a contender. It looks like Bobby Hall made his way out of pit road, but he's definitely a couple laps down here. As we'll see how everything's going to manage out for these boys. And realistically, I'm just looking. It looks like Doug Neal should be going probably 2 laps down here soon, which is unfortunate for him. Actually, he might be 2 laps down to some of our field already, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it just stinks to see that our championship contender is already knocked out here. You know, you really Really don't want to see that. You want to see all these four, hopefully get the best shot they could at it. But, coming into tonight, Charlotte, it's one of those tracks that got a whole lot of giving and not a lot of taking here. Or, excuse me, meant to say that the other way. A whole lot of taking, not a lot of giving. A lot of these drivers here at Charlotte know that the momentum, it's almost like go-karting here at Charlotte. You just got to keep up the momentum. You got to keep it rolling. And if you hiccup just a little bit, it is very hard to recover in just a short amount of time. So you'll see these drivers try to make up as much time as they can, but it looks like pit road is going to be closed. We will be coming to your stage break this next time around, as they will take the white flag for the green, white, checkered this time. It looks like Wiggin is your leader at the moment.
Yeah, right now Wes Wiggin is currently trying to get around just to get as much points as he can. Like we were saying, whoever gets that fifth position in points, fourth and fifth in points, they still get to walk away with money. So, like we were saying, a driver like Joey Doucette, if he was to win it, it would not really matter to him since he is already in that bracket. But coming to the line now, looks like Joey Doucette was getting caught by that 113. Excuse me, Wes Wiggin was getting caught by that 113, but not going to be able to make it. Wes Wiggin going to walk away with your Blanchard's Towing stage win.
Yes, sir. Your stage winner, sponsored here tonight by Blanchard's Towing, like it has been all season. Again, thank you to Blanchard's Towing. It will be the 88 of Wes Wiggin. Good to see him back into a little bit of winning ways. Haven't seen that 88 show a lot of speed here recently. That Flex Motorsports, he's back up there in the front of the pack. He is going to pick up stage win here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We'll have a word with him after pit stop cycles and everything, see what he's got to say about the track. But as we've got another moment here, we're going to throw it by to an LNS Custom side-by-side, have a word from our sponsors one more time, and we'll be right back with you here in just one moment. All right, and we welcome you back as we cut that a little bit short here. We know sometimes these cautions can be very quick here at Charlotte. We are going to go ahead and bring up Wes Wiggin. Have a word with your Blanchard's Towing stage winner. Wes, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, fellas.
Man, that 88 looking pretty strong here tonight. You picked up the Blanchard's Towing stage win, and man, I know you're not racing for the championship out here, but you are putting a strong show on here tonight. Take us through it, man. How is it feeling to be back up here into the stage victory lane, I guess you could say? And how's the truck feeling for the rest of this night?
The truck is feeling great. It feels great to always be up front. I've had my troubles throughout the season. I feel like I've had a strong truck every time, just getting problems. So it feels good to be up here. I wish my teammate, the 94, was up here, but he's had his problems. So we're going to try and do what we can and get this win, I guess.
Yeah, man, we know you guys have had y'all struggles this season. It's like we said, good to see you back up front, Wes. It's been a fun race here so far. We'll let you get back down to your team, which you were in Flex Motorsports. Yes, you were. All right, buddy. Well, we're gonna let you get back down here again. Congratulations on the Blanchard's Towing Stage win, and good luck in the rest of the race, man.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, goodness, I almost moved you into Flex Motorsports Dirt. There we go. I saw Flex Motorsports Dirt and I almost moved him into that on accident. Thank goodness I didn't do that, but I saw the Team Flex Motorsports channels. There we go. We're back in action here, as it looks like.
Yeah, so you heard from Wes Wiggin. He's just going to have to keep that truck underneath him. That's something that we were talking about tonight, Josh. You know, a lot of drivers getting into that wall coming out of turn 4. We saw the 94, you know, slamming into the wall as well. You know, that can really upset that rear end of that truck. You see right now, Bobby Hall getting that lap back, going to go ahead and get around that pace car, so he's going to have to get caught back up. So like we said, these drivers still in this race, for the most part, anything can happen. Joey Doucette now has got himself into that 13th spot. He should have now the same set of tires, so if he can set that pace like he was just a moment ago, he can really get up here and get back in front of these boys and try to get out to that 4-second gap like he was just a moment ago. Josh, as we've got these drivers stacked up here at lap 58, we're going to go ahead, as this green flag is hit, and we're going to throw it to an LNS Customs loud pedal. So everybody, get those full screens up, get those sound systems turned up if you're watching on a sound screen or on a sound system, and let's get those volumes turned up, and we're going to go to an LNS Customs loud pedal. So let's get ready.
Sound screens. I love my sound screen system. Hopefully you enjoyed your free trial of that Turn It Up, or Loud Pedal, I should say. If you want more, all you got to do is hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell on YouTube, and hit that like button on Facebook. Granted, we only got 2 more races for all of our series. We'll only be gone for a month. But during that month, we do have the All-Star race. Chris is correct. We always do the All-Star race.
We do the All-Star race, which will take the top 5 of this series, the top 5 of the Xfinity series, and the top 5 of the Cup series, and put them all in a race together.
We should put them on dirt. That's what we should do. Put them in dirt late models. Kind of like a dream prelude. Prelude to the dream, you know?
Yeah. So right now, also update from the pit road. 3 of the 4 championship contenders have sustained sizable damage. Joey Doucette is currently your only driver of the 4 on the lead lap. So Joey Doucette currently sitting in that 10th spot. He's getting around that 9 of Akamai Proctor right now. You see him on the inside there. That 9 machine riding that top lane all the way to the top. He will go ahead and get around him into that 9th spot. Now his next position is that 29 of Travis Twitty, who is also moving his way up through the field, up 11 positions. So good drive there from that 29 of Travis Twitty. Like Josh said, everybody battling for some money. So they out here trying to get as much as they can done.
Hey, it's how it is, man. You take a little bit of dough, you throw it in these regular season guys' face. They come out here, they're racing their absolute heart out. That's what you like to see, man. These guys racing for a purpose here tonight, and they came out to show in numbers. It stinks that our championship runners all had their own personal faults besides Joey Doucette. And, man, Doug Neal, Bobby Hall, they're on Alex Hill. They're all still driving. But, you know, realistically, I think the only driver that would still have a chance at it is Bobby Hall and Doug Neal. And he would have to have Joey and Doug Neal completely blow up and go out for Bobby Hall to win. And Joey would have to just stay green. That's all he's got to do is just stay going. Doug Neal has gone another lap down here, so Doug's slowly falling back. He's got enough pace to stay in there, whereas if something was to happen to Joey and he was to have to come down pit road for an extended period of time, it's going to put it back on an equal playing field. But realistically, like we said, Joey's just got to keep his nose clean, and it's pretty much his championship.
Right now, you're seeing 38 of David Brackett go on the inside of Doug Neal. Akamai Proctor going to also work his way on the inside. We're going to go back up on board here with that 88 of Wes Wiggin, who has pretty much just been out in the lead this entire race. Whoa, the 113 getting all the way down there on that apron. Got to be careful. You get down there on that apron, you can really unsettle the truck and get the rear end out from under you. So you got to be careful watching that. But as we were talking about that, I see CJ Mason now moved himself up 17 positions after having that little bit of contact with that 94 Ron Morris Jr. is currently now sitting in that 5th spot. So CJ Mason, one of those truck drivers that we always watch for. You know, he did win a race last season in the Truck Series at Richmond just off of pure race strategy. So it's one of those things where CJ Mason, you know, I've had the opportunity of racing with CJ in the Chris Cup a lot, and I know exactly how he races, and he is a very, very, very hard fault driver. And when he gets in that mentality where he's got a purpose, he can really get the wheels underneath him. And you see right now up 17 spots. It looks like he had a little bit of a bad drive out of turn 4, but right now that 99 of Josh Clemens, another driver that we haven't really talked about much all season, is doing a really good job up 11 positions as well.
Guys, it looks like our field all doing very well here. As you see, Twitty under attack here now from Joey Doucette. As Twitty is going to defend to that inside lane. Joey going to take it to the outside. Doesn't like he's going to roll the corner on entry as fast, and that's what happens with those outside lanes. You just get that big run out of the corner. Doesn't like Joey got that big run I was talking about. We'll see if he's going to be able to reset here. He's going to have to go back and attack at Twitty if he wants to get by him. But Alan Duranco, man, another one of those drivers that done a good job here tonight. Hasn't been around too much this season after the early parts. He's gotten back in the truck seat here tonight, and he's doing a darn good job, man. Some of these guys that we haven't seen in a little bit, Chris, that are getting in the truck, you're thinking, man, why didn't y'all stay in? Good drivers.
Yeah, Alan Duranco right now under attack from that 99. That Josh Clemens machine did a really good move down into turn 3 to set up that 34. Look at that. CJ Mason also going to be following suit right behind that 99. They are in that preferred line. That bottom lane can work if you can just work it right. And it looks like that 99 right now, whoa, might have had a little bit of contact there, but they did make it out of the corner. But man, that 99 just all over that quarter panel, trying to just slow that 4 of Alan Durango down just a little bit. It looks like the 99 is going to promote himself up into that 3rd spot. He will. He's going to go ahead and pass that 4 machine.
Yeah, Josh Clemens is on the move right now, man. These guys are all battling out right here in this 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th position. I mean, CJ Mason to the inside of Jason Bridges now. Good little race right here. Wes Wiggins loving it, though. Daniel Worthington as well, but those two have got a little battle on their own starting to form up here at lap 80 as Daniel's now only 5/10 back. As you see the Jack Daniels 113 out of turn 4. It looks like Jason Bridges now using that outside lane for the run we were talking about earlier. He wants to now move himself up into 4th place. Bridges, he's looking up there. He can see the leaders. He's probably thinking to himself right now, it's my go time. I want to get up here and try to lead this race.
Yeah, one of the things when you're sitting in that position, that 4th and 5th position, even that 6th position where CJ
Joey Doucette and Robert Richards are leaning on each other right now, and that is something I did not like to see back there. They were tight coming off of 2.
Looks like the 16 was able to get around the 29 of Travis Twitty right now. But that 48 was able to secure his first win last week at Martinsville in the Xfinity cars in the Bluegrass Series. So right now, that 48 of Robert Richards is trying his best to get up here and get his 2nd win in the Bluegrass Series. We know that 48 has a really good truck underneath him. And that 16 of Joey Doucette on that inside also has a really good race truck. These two drivers, like you were saying, they know how to drive around each other. They can lean on each other just a little bit more than everybody. But look at this. The 34 Jason Bridges setting up Alan Durango now on the inside. It looks like CJ Mason going to try to push that 34 there through just a little bit as well.
Yeah, and that little bit of momentum is going to help Jason get on by. It looks like he is going to take... Ooh, it looked like he took it for a second. And he does. They're just sitting there battling too wide. It looks like the 4 is not going to have the best exit, Yeah, the 34 should get the pass completed all the way here through 3 and 4. Yeah, he's already clear. So, yeah, good pass there from the 34, Jason Bridges, man. He had to set it up for a couple laps, but he is now free. And he can go up there and try to get to Josh Clemens and battle and get himself up in the podium here early.
Yeah, like I was saying, Josh, if you're Jason Bridges right now, we're going to ride on board so you can see from his eyes. He can see the leaders up there. It's something that when you're in that 4th spot, you're like, man, I'm almost there. But it just seems like ever so slightly they start getting smaller and smaller. And that starts really playing into your head. So we're going to have to see how Jason Bridges starts attacking this. But right now, the 88 of Wes Wiggins, speaking of attacking, the 113 is now starting to put a little bit of move on that 88. The 88 still going to lead that lap. But let's see, the 113 does look like he has a better drive into turn 1. Had to get out of the gas.
Wiggins got a big run to the middle of the corner, though. I might keep him on that lead, Chris. Big run to the 88 on the outside lane.
Yeah, you see that 113 just trying to lean up on that quarter panel, just trying to slow him down just ever so slightly, but wasn't able to make it stick. So Wes Wiggins able to drive on by him. We know Josh Clemens likes what he's seeing up in front of him. That's going to slow them down just a little bit, was going to allow him to slowly start creeping up into the picture. You see CJ Mason now on the back bumper of Jason Bridges. So, they're starting to close that gap up a little bit too. Jason Bridges might have a fast race truck out here as well. Alan Durango falling a little bit back, but then look at that, Josh. Joey Doucette now moved himself back up into that 7th position. All he's got to do is keep this race truck clean, and he's got this tonight.
Yeah, indeed. He was finally able to get his way past Travis Twitty and Robert Richards. It looks like, the 38 and the 48 are leaning big time there. He should be all good there, rolling through the travel. Whoa, 38 giving a little bit of a weed-eat trim job there to the edge of the grass, man. He got right there. There's 38 opening his own lawn care down the front stretch and bringing it back to us down the back straightaway. As you see him right here off this hood camera of Christopher Blanchard. As the 113 of the 88 still going at battle up here. As we've got, a big move from the 113. 88 got on the paint. That got him loose. He had the momentum. And him getting loose down there on that paint of the apron is going to loosen him up a little bit, kill some of that momentum. He's not going to be able to stick where he wanted to go to the inside of that 113. He had the momentum. I saw it. I saw the vision. I saw where it was going. The 88 of Wes Wiggins just wasn't able to maintain and keep that speed after getting on that apron and just getting out of shape a little bit. It looks like, Chris, like you were saying, Josh Clemens loved what he's seeing in front of him. He definitely loves what he was seeing in front of him. He's pulled back up here, and he hasn't been battling people as much. He might have a little bit better tires here. Who knows? We'll see how it plays out once he pulls up here to this back bumper of your Stage 1 winner of West Wiggin as they hit lap number 89. Lap 134 here. Whoa, Robert Richards to the grass! Big contact, no. Looks like he's just going to hop back to pit road instantly. No caution. We're going to stay green.
Looks like he just saw somebody getting a little loose in front of him and tried to react to it, and there was nothing he could do about it.
Hey, good thing the pace car can't be hittable, because we'd have just had to make the 48's team pay for a new pace car for us.
See Doug Neal down on the apron coming out of pit lane. But look at that, Josh. The 99 of Josh Clemens working the inside of the 88. Let's see if he can stick it down there. Ooh, he's riding that fine line. The 88 might have to get out of it. We're going to have contact.
Oh, my goodness. Look at the scrape on the door of the 99. That was... Oh, my goodness.
This is what we're talking about. Robert Richards down pit lane. As you saw him, Josh Lockwood also on his way down pit lane. It looks like the 99 of Josh Clemens. Go ahead and make that pass on West Wiggin.
Man. I could not believe they did not just wreck coming to... Did Doug Neal blow up?
Oh, it looks like the 77 of Doug Neal did blow up. Unfortunate for the 77 machine, man. So right now, Daniel Worthington, though, he's got a pretty sizable lead over Josh Clemens. We can see if Josh Clemens can start closing this gap up. West Wiggin starting to slowly fall back just a little bit. Jason Bridges starting to reel in that third place position. So we're starting to see, whoa, it looks like maybe the 88 might have got up into the wall just a little bit. Right now, the 16 of Joey Doucette and the 29 of Travis Twitty starting to battle it out back there. Travis Twitty, the triple screen bandit, trying to take it too wide into the corner. He does. Let's see if he can stick it down on that inside. Joey Doucette on that outside lane has a little bit more momentum. It looks like that 16 did have a little bit more momentum. 29 still with a really good charge out of that turn.
Like we were saying, Joey does not have to be, really any in position of winning this race or anything right now. Doug, Bobby Hall Jr., and Alex Healey. Doug Neal's blown up. Bobby Hall still hasn't gotten the lap back from Doug, so he's still got a couple to go before he even gets that lap back.
But we're seeing right now pretty
16
much...
pitting. 4 might be pitting.
16 coming down pit road.
Yes, 4 coming down pit road. Joey Doucette going to make his way down pit road here. As you're going to see that Joey Doucette machine pull his way down pit road. And I hear Wes Wiggin. He is pulling the trigger. Ed Osborne, Daniel Worthington sound like they're going to also make their way down pit road here. Could this be final stops, though? Looks like we should be able to make it to the end, right?
We could be able, we should be able to make it to the end of this pit cycle. So we'll see if they get it slowed down. We're watching Wes Wiggins' speed right now. He does get it slowed down. Speed limit is 45 miles an hour. So it looks like Daniel Worthington, Wes Wiggin, Cody Verrill, Joey Doucette on his way out right now. Josh Lockwood also did come down pit lane just a second ago. So Josh Clemens is going to go ahead and assume the lead. You see CJ Mason also in that second position. Jason Bridges has not come down pit lane. Travis Twitty in fourth. So wondering when these boys are going to come down pit lane. David Brackett also in that fifth spot. You see behind him, Christopher Blanchard. Good drive from him right now up in that sixth spot. Brett Nilsson in seventh. Logan Smith, 8th. Anthony Stevens in 9th. And then Akamai Proctor going to round out your top 10. Whoa, look at Joey Doucette on that big drive with those better tires. That just goes to show you how much difference those tires make.
Yeah, it really does, man. It puts a whole new, meaning of grip in your life once you come off those old tires and onto new, and it really makes you appreciate those new tires again. It's always good because you learn a little bit better through the run as well, so you're able to save those just a little bit more for yourself as you go on. But man, I gotta say, Chris, I'm surprised we haven't seen a little bit more cars come down pit road. Just might be stretching it here just a little bit.
Whoa! Bobby Hall down in the grass.
Bobby Hall 94 into the grass. If Bobby Hall wrecks here, I was gonna say, if Bobby Hall wrecks big time, that's completely 100% Joey Doucette's championship.
Still out on the track, though. Green flag still out. It's now 99 laps of this 134 in the bank. So it's just really coming down to, does that 16 machine have what it's left in the tank? I mean, really, like you were saying, Josh, this is his race to lose.
I realistically don't think, I don't know. We've got, what, 35, 36 laps to go. Bobby Hall is, how many laps down is he? I don't have my black box, and you can't look on live timing. Do you know?
I will let you know in just 1 second.
Yeah, let me know how many laps he scored down. And I'll do some quick maths in my head.
I'm pretty sure, Josh, what they're doing right now is they're kind of hoping for a caution. I'm wondering if that's what these boys out here in the front are doing right now. They know that they've already burned through one set of tires, and they're just trying to wait for hopefully a late race caution, so that way they can come down, get a fresh set of tires, and that will put all the drivers that are currently a lap down, off of the lead lap. And I see Jeffrey Babb in the Facebook chat saying business is starting to pick up. Yes, sir, it is. Business is starting to boom.
Brett Nilsson might be coming down. 58 coming down as well. 58. So we're having a couple more of these guys start to crack here a little bit.
58 of Anthony Stevens, you hear coming down pit lane. The 10 of Brett Nilsson also said he's coming down pit lane. He is currently on his way down. Right now, Josh Clemens, CJ Mason, currently your first and second position. And then back behind him, David Brackett. See Travis Twitty trying to hold off everybody that he's got behind him. That 113 of Daniel Worthington is also on fresher tires. So you see him get up to the back bumper there of that 29 of Travis Twitty, having to check out of the gas just a little bit. Whoa! 88 of Wes Wiggin getting into the wall just a little bit back there.
Yeah, not good for the 88. You see Joey Doucette tracking him down right here to get himself set up. It was right now. Once everybody comes down pit road, it should be it'll be Worthington in the lead, but only a second back is Joey. So once everybody comes down pit road, this could be a Joey Doucette lead and possibly win here, Chris, for the championship.
As you see, just the
look
tire
at all that traffic, man. That 113 is on the same tires and strategy as the 88 and the 16 here. So they're the ones racing through the traffic. Big hit of Twitty. Joey Doucette. You're probably sweating bullets right now if you're
going 3 wide. 3 wide. Whoa, if I'm Joey Doucette, I'm backing out of this right now.
He ain't. He's Cole Trickle sticking in the gas. Wes Wiggin going to be the big gainer out of that one. And there he goes to the inside. I think it's all going to settle out here. Wow, what a moment.
That's definitely something where my blood pressure just went up about 200. 200. Oh, whew.
It does look like the 99, the 55 are coming down pit road here. I want to say I heard the 99, could have been mistaken on that. Does look like he is slowing down, actually. So, yeah, 99, 85 coming down as well. So, we've just got a few drivers left that have not pitted.
So CJ Mason, Travis Twitty, Josh Clemens down. So David Brackett going to go ahead and assume the lead here at lap 106. At least get one of those laps led, so that way he can say, hey, I led one lap. That's all that matters. See Blanchard right now in that second position, and then Jason Bridges right behind him. So these right now are your top three that have not come down pit lane. Akamai Proctor's still out on those older sets of tires as well. So right now, your top 4 are the only drivers who have not come down pit lane.
And I'm just telling you, if we get a caution, Akamai looks like an absolute legend. It's going to happen very, very fast, though, if we were to get a caution. Because I want to say everybody should have... Let's see, we've had... How many pit stops here for tires? 2?
I want to say 2 sets. Yeah, I want to say we've at least taken 4 sets for some drivers. So there would be 1 set left.
I want to say the only people that should have a set left is the people that didn't. When that first pit stop came around on that first caution, they all took field only. And that would be like Joey Doucette and a couple people. I'm not sure if Akamai was one of those drivers that would have an extra set.
Jason Bridges, David Brackett down pit lane. Blanchard, your only driver who has not come down pit lane, along with Akamai Proctor. As I say that, he's coming out of the corner real quick, trying to get her slowed down. So you see Akamai Proctor now coming down pit lane. So Blanchard, your only driver who has not come down. So Wes Wiggin right now currently leading the pack right behind Blanchard. But look behind him, Josh. Joey Doucette in that 113 to Daniel Worthington right on that back bumper.
Oh, yeah. Joey Doucette would not only love to win this championship, but win this race tonight. Like you said, Chris, $250. Holly is throwing out $250. Man, that is going to be awesome. Not only see these drivers possibly win that $250, but possibly see Joey Doucette win the championship and win the race. This is awesome. This is going to be an awesome finish here. And I expect nothing but fireworks. I think mathematically, Bobby Hall Jr. cannot come back.
He is down 10 laps right now.
No, mathematically he could come back.
Thank you, John, for that. I was actually looking at the ticker, and then I looked down to read what you said, and I didn't notice it. So thank you.
Let's see.
So right now, the 113 making a move on the 88 of Wes Wiggin. So right now, Joey Doucette is trying to move himself up into that second spot. So right now, like you were saying, Josh, Christopher Blanchard now coming down pit lane. So right here, 25 laps to go. This could be your battle for the win. Joey Doucette trying to walk away with $750 here tonight. Also walk away with a butt kicker. I mean, come on. I want one of them things. I definitely want a butt kicker. And I would definitely love to be able to walk away with $750 at a butt kicker. But hey, Daniel Worthington, one of those drivers that also could get it done here tonight, walk away with that $250. Who knows? Riding on board here with that 16 of Joey Doucette. See him taking a little bit of a higher line than that 113 of Daniel Worthington. So it may be a little bit of a conserve from this 16 machine. We know that that mid to top lane is going to be your tire save line. So Bobby Hall Josh is 9 laps down right now. He is could still potentially be in the game if something were to happen. But right now, Joey Doucette is pretty much in a league of his own right now, coming up on a couple of lap cars up in front of him. I want to say that is Josh Lockwood up in front of him, possibly. Yes, that is Josh Lockwood with, I want to say, Alex Healey as well. Yes, it is the 97 Alex Healey.
So what? He has to make it to lap 125, 126 for the championship to be 100% secure?
Yes.
Man, this is a close one. As it looks like Daniel Worthington's still out in the lead. Wes Wiggin, he's trying to make up some ground here. He was your Blanchard's Towing stage winner. As you see, Cody Farrell, he's on a very good run here tonight, that 11. As he's had some misfortune come his way all season. It's good to see Farrell be able to get out here, have a strong race truck, running P5 at the moment. That's what you like to see as we'll get back through the field a little bit here. Alan Duranco in 8th, another one of those drivers that's shown up and shown some good strength here. CJ Mason, 13 spots from him. He's been a good driver here tonight that's shown some speed. Travis Twitty was up there battling for a top 6 earlier in the race. After his pit stop, he cycled back around to 10th, and it's good to see Twitty rolling strong here tonight. Still only a top 10. Get back up on board here with her later. Joey Doucette now a 10th back from Daniel Worthington. As you'll see, that 16 really trying to drive it in. He wants, like I said, Not only that 750, I think he wants that Healey sponsorship bonus, or promotional bonus, I should say, and he also wants that ButtKicker, man. Everybody wants that ButtKicker for that championship. Like we said, only about 9 more laps he should have to go, I think, for his championship to be 100% set in stone. Just make it to lap 124 with Bobby Hall Jr. 9 laps down. As he's going to cross the line here to take lap 116. 16 still a second and 2/10 back. Looks like he's starting to lose a little bit of speed here. 32.17 compared to Daniel's 31.94. It's about 2/10 difference between the drivers. We'll see they managed to mix it up here. Whoa, big move there from the 9 for a moment. Thought he was going to get turned around off the 4's front bumper there for a second. As you're going to see Akamai drive it into the corner and get a big run through corner. As you go up here with Bobby Hall, you see him inside of Jason Bridges, still scored 9 laps down, and we'll have to see if, like we said, if Joey can just make it to lap 125, he's 100% your champion. So we'll see how it plays out here in these next couple laps, man. You know.
Yeah, it's just it's unfortunate for those drivers, like we were saying. You know, the drivers that were battling. You know, you hate to get taken out so early on in the race, but like we were saying, it's just one of those things that it just kind of happens. You know, it's one of those things. We always say. It's one of those things that just kind of, you get dealt the wrong. Whoa! Well, 11 having to get checked up there behind the 42. Saw Wes Wiggin also getting a little checked up there.
CJ Mason taking it to the outside lane.
And we'll see if that inside lane can get a better movement. CJ Mason, though, riding that top lane. Whoa! The 42 having to check out of it.
Big check up. Bring it back to us, guys. Contact Ed Osborne. 88. They're going to ride it out, man. 3 wide almost for a moment. The 55 coming back through. Whoa, man, those boys were racing.
Yeah, Tanner Brett Nilsson was in the wall there just a little bit, was able to get back out of it. And a lot of mess going on right there. That could have been really bad. Let's go back and just see what was happening right here between those two. We'll see if we can go on board here with that Tanner Brett Nilsson, just see what happened. You saw right there, the 11 and the 42 getting really tight going up the track. And whoa, you saw that. And then
they didn't make contact, actually. Brett Nilsson just saw them and got contact. A little bit of rubberneck right there for the 10.
It's pretty much what happened to Robert Richards. When you saw Robert Richards go down like that, that's what happened. He just saw that in front of him. He tried to check up and just overcorrected, and the rear end got out from under him. But right now, Daniel Worthington's starting to slowly pull away from Joey Doucette. But look at that, the 99 making a move on the inside.
Josh Clemens has about 10 lap fresher tires, Chris, here. He could possibly go up here and win this race.
This is going to be interesting. With only 14 laps to go, that 99 does have a lot better drive.
Where did Josh Clemens come from on this strategy, man? He has just drove up out of nowhere. I haven't even noticed that he was that close to Joey Doucette, and man, out of nowhere, 10 lap fresher tires. He could possibly go up here and take this lead from Daniel Worthington, man. Oh my goodness. This is just checked out to be an awesome race. I bet all those Healey guys, they got to mark the name off the check again. We're going to somebody else possibly. This is crazy right here. They've got so many name switch-ups they've had to go through tonight. And we thought it was going to be Daniel Worthington here. Well, now it possibly could be Josh Clemens. 2 5/10. He can see him down the backstretch. He's trying to set that hook and reel him in, Chris.
Yeah, we're seeing that time starting to slowly inch up. Every turn, he's getting about 2/10 of a second on him. So if he keeps doing this, this could be a Josh Clemens race. We'll see if he can do it. But like you were saying, Josh, Joey Doucette, he's only a couple of laps away from being able to lock this in.
He's got to make it 2 more laps, and it's his championship.
Bobby Hall
Lap
Jr.
125.
Bobby Hall Jr. has passed Doug Neal for 2nd place. Right now, going into turn 4, coming out of turn 4, Josh Clemens now has almost a 2-second gap between him and Daniel Worthington. It was about 3 seconds 2 laps ago, Josh. This is where Josh Clemens, if he's got anything left in those tires, he's going to have to really just throw them out right now. He's going to have to try to get up there and catch him. And he's slowly doing it.
Lap times are starting to fall off a little bit for Josh, so we might see those tires start to even out with as hard as he's pushing, but I don't know, man. It still looks like he's making up time on him, Chris. You see how much slower Joey's going. 150 on corner exit. And it's 10 laps to go, Chris.
10 laps to go, so now 10 laps to go. Now Daniel Worthington is about underneath 2 seconds from Josh Clemens, so like we were saying, if Josh has got anything to say, this is going to be where he has to say it. But Joey Doucette has pretty much locked this in. You could be saying that Joey Doucette is walking away truck champion tonight.
Well, once he crosses the line, it's 100% his championship, Chris. Congratulations to Joey Doucette. He will be walking away your Bluegrass champion here tonight.
We're still going to watch this battle up here for this first position, Josh. Look at that. Speaking of, Josh Clemens now almost a second and a half on Daniel Worthington with still 9 laps to go.
I mean, he is going to have to throw the Hail Mary now, Josh Clemens. Travis Twitty with a strong run, man, I got to say. P5 right now. We know Charlotte's one of his tracks, Chris.
Yes, I've had the opportunity of driving at Charlotte with Travis. I know how much he loves it. So seeing him do a really good job out here tonight, especially, we call him the triple screen bandit. He got those triple screens working. Now he's able to really get his stuff going, Josh. 8 laps now. Daniel Worthington a second and a half.
Yeah, but those lap times are really, really, really close to being even.
And let's see right here as Daniel crosses the line. There's a 32.27.
They're already congratulating Joey, man. I love it.
7 laps to go. Yeah.
Sorry, Chris. I didn't mean to cut you off there. But like you said, look at that. Daniel is getting caught now rapidly.
Now he's got it almost under a second.
I'm tapping my leg for Josh Clemens, man. This is going to be a tight finish.
This is, I don't know how to even...
3/10 faster that time. 3/10 faster. If he does another lap that's 3/10 faster, he puts himself to 7/10. He gets into that drafts area. He really pulls himself down the back straightaway in the next 2 laps. I'm thinking Josh Clemens, Chris, has made the perfect strategy here. If he could just hold on, he just wants Daniel Worthington to get tight a little bit, get corner wrong, and it looks like he might have just got gifted that just a little bit. Daniel suffered on exit a lot. 7/10 now the gap. 5 laps to go, man. Who will it be? Woo! This is going to be a finish right here. I bet you all the guys over at Healey right now are loving what they're getting out of this race tonight.
Guys, we're going to go on board here. Daniel Worthington, you can see up in that rearview mirror, that truck slowly starting to creep up into the picture.
5/10, Chris. He was 4/10 faster last time by. Here comes Josh Clemens. Oh, he's going to put it under 2/10 here out of quarter exit. Or 3/10, excuse me. 2/10 the gap. Here comes Josh Clemens. 4 to go. To the inside, Chris. The 113 going to make that truck wide. He's going to have to slow the momentum down the 99. Will he peek into the inside down the backstretch? He's going to peek for a second. He's going to peek again. He's going to not go back. He's just making that nose there. But oh, looks like he does got the run to the inside. But here he comes. 113 still clear. He can cut that nose off just a little bit. And he is out. He's going to touch him. They're going to wreck him. Oh, he's around. No, 113 into the pit lane.
It did happen off of the track, so the green flag going to stay out. Daniel Worthington just trying to block that lane a little bit. Clemens, though, was down there on that bumper, just trying to bump him out of the way. 3 laps to go. We'll see. It looks like CJ Mason, though, making a move on that 16.
Joey knows he's the champion, man. I don't think he really cares right now. He's just gonna allow his buddy to get through here, possibly get a better position for himself there at the end. 3 laps to go, 2 laps to go, and man, I'm interested to see if they've got something to say about this Josh Clemens Daniel Worthington wreck.
We'll go back and watch that here in not too long.
We're gonna go ahead and let this race conclude. We'll go and watch that here in a second. But realistically, I mean, I think it was just a racing incident, man.
Getting word from race control as the white flag is dropping. Joey Doucette is officially your champion no matter what happens here. White flag out. Josh Clemens bringing it around for the last time. Joey Doucette, CJ Mason in that second spot, and then Joey Doucette in that third spot. We're seeing Josh Clemens now going around into turns 3 and 4. He is going to walk away with the Holley Performance 200 win. But Joey Doucette going to walk away as your Bluegrass Truck Series champion.
2021 Season 2 champion Joey Doucette. What the heck, man? What the heck? 99 to the holler after the interview is what I just heard. Twitty went to give him a bump and wrecked him. Twitty instantly started apologizing.
Yeah, just gonna give a big shout out to
Oh,
Joey. I know John John Portier in the YouTube chat was saying, can you do a shout out for me? And yes, sir, I will. He just wanted to say that his brother was sitting with him in the truck all night tonight, and that's why he walked away with his championship. Congratulations, Joey.
Heck yeah, Joey, man. That was awesome race from you. And like I was going to say, Chris, if you walked into the start of the season and said Joey Doucette is your champion, I would have probably believed you. We know he was very fast last season. I'd have gave him a run for his money. But, man, with as stacked of a field as we had tonight and all season, I was expecting a very tough run for the championship, and it's exactly what we got. It came down to Doug Neal, Bobby Hall Jr., Alex Healey, Joey Doucette. I mean, all the way from our round of 16 to the round of 4. It has just been an awesome show, man. Congratulations to the 16 on a well-deserved championship. Last season, it was Ronnie Shirk, and this season, it's going to be that 16. Congratulations to Joey Doucette, man. That's all I got to say. Big congratulations. I hear Doug Neal telling him, burn it down, boy. That's a very, very big burnout there. Kristen, let's get those race results up because we got some names up here in the top 5 that I'm noticing, baby. As it's going to be Josh Clemens taking home the race win. We'll see what they say about that 99 as a race win afterwards. I'm sure there's some things that I don't know what's going to go on, honestly, with that. The 55 of CJ Mason going to finish second, with the 16 of Joey Doucette taking home the championship and finishing P3 tonight. Travis freaking Twitty, baby, P4. That's what we like to see. One position off the podium. Twitty said one more lap, he was catching him, and he was only a second and 4 100ths back, Chris. So Twitty wasn't lying. Christopher Blanchard, again, thank you to Blanchard, man, all season. He's been, Blanchard's towing has been, a stage, part of the stage break, reward, and we appreciate that. All the Blanchard family does for the league and Blanchard's towing. So, congratulations to Chris Blanchard on P5. David Brackett, again, on a storied season for him, picking up his first win this season, finishing P6 here tonight. Good job to Cody Verrill, 14 spots into 7th position. I bet you that's a good way to finish for Cody after all the badness that came his way. Able to keep his head up and go into the offseason focus. Ed Osborne, 8th. Alan Duranco, 9th. Brett Nilsson, 10th, with Jason Bridges, 11th. Logan T. Smith, 12th. Tony Stevens, 13th. 14th going to go to Akamai Proctor. 15th, Josh Lockwood. Daniel Worthington, man, in the last 2 laps, took some contact from the 99. That's going to make him finish in that 16th spot. Wes Wiggin going to finish 17th. Bobby Hall Jr., 18th. Robert Richards, 19th. Doug Neal, one of your championship runners. Bobby Hall was also one of your championship runners. Finished 18th. He was the second highest in the championship. He will finish second in the championship standings. Doug Neal will finish 3rd in the championship standings. He finishes 20th tonight, with Alex Healey rounding out your championship 4, finishing 21st. Ron Morris Jr., 22nd, and then Taylor Peacock rounding out your finishing order in that 23rd position. Looks like we've got Josh Clemens and CJ Mason ready. We'll go ahead and get those 2 guys up here, and let's see. I'm trying to see if actually we do have. I know we have Joby in Discord. Doesn't look like he might not be ready yet. Probably celebrating here for a minute. So we'll just go ahead and bring up your race winner, and we'll get your championship interview here and save the best for last. I guess we'll say it that way. We usually get your champions in here first. Last season we did that, but we're going to save it the best for last this time. We're going to bring up Josh Clemens in that 55, have a quick word with them, and we'll get to your champion, Joey Doucette, here in just a moment. Josh Clemens, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Do you got a copy, sir?
I do. How's it going? Excuse
me. It's going fantastic. I know it's going to be a little bit of a night here for you as you've got to head to the hauler here after this interview, man. But we're not gonna let you walk out of here with that on your mind 24/7. Josh, you had a great race here tonight, man, and you played a very perfect strategy there at the end. We were sitting there counting every lap that was going by, and we would sit there and watch the lap time fall off, watch the lap time come back, and then it seemed like every lap there at the end towards those last 6, 7, you were just on the money. You found the speed. You got right up there, made a little bit of contact with Daniel. I know it didn't seem like you were really trying to get in there and just absolutely dump him, got him a little bit loose. I know how hard it is to react to that situation. I'm not going to put my 2 cents into it, but Josh, I got to say, man, absolutely excellent job from you here tonight. And P1 walking away here tonight, man, how does it feel picking up the last win of the season and going into the off season? I know that's probably big for you guys and your team.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel as good as I'd wanted it to be for the first win in Bluegrass, but I mean, I had the line and I wanted to focus on my exits so much and save the tires and all that stuff, and I feel like I had obviously the long run speed. Yeah, I ended up I know I had fresher tires than Daniel, but I did not mean to get in his corner panel like that. And once I actually started to see him spin, I tried to get out of it enough that he could hopefully correct it, and we can continue the race. But I mean, I feel bad for that. I really wanted to see how we could actually race with the tire difference and all that stuff. But all in all, again, I'm sorry about it. But yeah, pretty cool to get the first win though.
Hey man, we know it happens, man. It's a part of racing, and these cars have fenders on them for a reason, and if they don't get used, then hey, that's just what happens. And sometimes they do get used, but like you said, man, first win here in Bluegrass, might not have been the way you wanted to take it, but sometimes that does happen, like we said. And either way, you're gonna walk home with a win here tonight. And like we said, going into the all season, I mean, you guys are probably looking to possibly refresh. Not sure. We know it's kind of like school here when we get to an end of a league season. You never know if you're going to get new drivers, if you're going to retain some same ones. So whatever your guys' off season plans are, I'm sure this is going to take you guys into that with a little bit of a heads up.
Yeah, for sure. And the momentum is key. I mean, yeah, we'll be back next year in the trucks for sure. Hopefully fill a couple other spots so we can hopefully compete for the team overall standings and all that stuff. But yeah, looking forward to it. Take a couple weeks off and get right back at it and have the momentum hopefully.
Heck yeah, man. Well, Josh, it has been an absolute pleasure to watch you guys get up here and will that thing to a P1 finish here tonight. Congratulations on your first victory here in the series. We know it's a tough one, and one of the hardest ones for the drivers to get here in Bluegrass is that first win. But man, if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout outs, anything before we let you get out of here tonight, you can go ahead and throw them out there, and we'll let the 99 champ get on their way.
I'll go to the staging area if you don't care for your championship point of view.
Yeah, first off, I want to thank you guys for sticking with us for all week, for the whole season. 3 days a week. It's quite a grind, and we appreciate everything you guys do. Big shout out and thanks to Jason for running this, of course. Shout out to my parents. My dad just got back home from the hospital and all that stuff, so hopefully he's watching and he's made his day a little bit. Love you guys. To my wife, love you as well. I know it's hard. We're actually expecting a boy in September, so she's going through the whole pregnancy thing, and she's going through it pretty good, and I love her for all that. So
Yeah, man.
Thrustmaster, thank you. All the sponsors, thank you. LNS Customs, Kinder, ButtKicker, Ford. Thanks.
Well, heck yeah, Josh, man, congratulations on that, man. It's always awesome to hear that, not only are our drivers out here reproducing some more drivers for the future, that, man, we know that's a big moment in your life, man. Congratulations on the first one, but even bigger and a special congratulations, on you expecting your first child, man. That's awesome to hear.
Hey, no doubt. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Well, appreciate you having a word with us, buddy. We'll let you get out of here, and again, congratulations on that first win.
All right, thank you. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Oh, okay. We're gonna do our We're gonna do our whole Final Four as well. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So I don't know if you guys can hear Chris, but we are going to be doing CJ Mason, then Joey, and then we're going to do the rest of our Final Four in order. So that would be Bobby Hall, Doug Neal, and then Alex Healey. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and bring up CJ Mason and get a quick interview with our second place finisher and get these final interviews knocked out. CJ Mason, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Do you got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Man, CJ, got to say, it is nice to see that 55 machine not only back out in a good racing condition, but doing what you do best, strategy and coming up from the back of the field. 20 positions gained from that 22nd position starting tonight. And man, we saw some early action with some of our championship runners. Was it just keeping that nose clean that was the focus here tonight? And was you thinking you were going to be able to go up there and take that race win away from one of those two guys? We know you were close there at the end. Just seemed like tires were starting to come in for some of these guys.
Yeah, I burnt my stuff up there. Racing, that's dirty air is really bad. It burns the tires up pretty good. So, I don't know. Me and Jason Bridges had a really good race. We raced side by side a good bit, and it's fun when you can race, beside somebody and not have to worry about getting wrecked or intentionally wrecked.
Yeah, we know all you guys out there did an excellent job here tonight. I mean, we saw some of our our beating and banging, but typical racing right there. That's just hard nosed racing. But CJ,
I wouldn't. You guys do a great job. That's not typical racing. Those four guys who made a championship race, they deserve to be there, and you got to race them with common sense.
Oh yeah.
No matter what your issues is, I guess the 81 needed a new button box. I don't know what he needs, but really hate it for Alex. He did a lot for getting Holly on board. That's a big deal. And this is tough luck. I know Doug got in trouble early. Alex got wrecked. Bobby running into trouble. And, congrats to Joey, man. He deserves it. He's been solid all year. Joey's a good friend of mine. And really congrats to him.
Heck yeah, man. I don't think I could have said it better right there. I like how you came and corrected me, man. I like that. Me and Chris were talking about that under caution, how we were saying it felt kind of empty, kind of crappy that all of our drivers got knocked out in such an unfortunate manner. And that does stink a lot, man. But CJ, all in all, we're gonna focus here a little bit on you before we let you go, man. I mean, it was a great run here tonight. You guys have had an excellent season. We know that the 55 is a big name here around the Bluegrass season, man. Going here into the off season, what's the focus looking like for that 55? Are you guys gonna come back out here, possibly run another truck season, or what are we looking at for that 55 going into next season?
Yeah, I'm really busy, man, this time of year. You guys know I have a couple RC tracks, and after Vegas, we had an opening night at my track in Easley, South Carolina, and it was kind of a blessing in disguise. I really had to go work on that racetrack that Monday because there was a bunch of rain coming the week of. But yeah, I've already paid my charter. I don't know. I put on there that if somebody wants the 55, they can have it. I'm going to change my number to something different. I don't know. But yeah, I've already paid the charter. And Mondays, this time of year, man, it's Mondays and really Tuesdays is about the only nights I have time to race. I mean, we stay so busy during the week.
Oh yeah, we know you're a busy man out there on the RC track, and me and Chris have always talked about we got to come up there and have a visit with you. That's gonna be a plan of ours here soon. But
well, if you get to feeling better on April 9th, we're gonna have my track in Fountain Inn. It's only a couple hours from you guys. We have our first series race there. And we should have anywhere between 100 and 150 entries that day. Guys coming from Virginia, Alabama, Florida. Bunch of guys headed our way on April 9th. So you guys are available, man. You get to feel, I know you've been sick, going through some stuff. So you get to feeling better, make your way up there. And I'll put you on the microphone and let you call a race or two.
Man, I've always told Chris I can call buggies racing around a Walmart parking lot if it's entertaining now. But
right.
CJ, we really appreciate it, man. And hey, we're gonna have to put it on the calendar if we're available. We're definitely gonna try to make it. But CJ, again, man, congratulations on the success you guys had here tonight. And if you've got any final words, any final thoughts, shout outs, or anything you want to let go before we get you out of here, you're more than welcome to throw them out, and we'll let you get on your way.
No, man, just thank you guys. I was with you guys. Chris, I know I was with you in the Chris Cup a long time ago. And so when you started this deal, I told you guys before, you really came a long way with your broadcasting stuff. Bluegrass is lucky to have you guys, and hope you all stay around too. Now Jason for the league, I know he's got a ton going on. The guys who race it, like Jason Bridges tonight, the guys really came a long way. from last year. Josh Clemens tonight winning this. I don't know if it's his first race, but really cool to be part of the league and watch. I love the trucks. I don't care about racing anything else. I really enjoy the trucks, and the way I kind of look at it, it's my money. If I'm gonna pay for it, I'm gonna race what I want to. Whoever whether you like it or think I should race cup or whatever else. You know what I mean? It's like it's your money, you pay for it. But again, no, I just thank you guys for what you do, and Jason putting on the league, and I know Brian's been helping with race control stuff. That's a different animal if you've never been in there. But that's it. Congrats again to Joey, and congrats Josh on his win there.
Heck yeah, well, CJ, it's been awesome to have you up here in the booth, man. We'll let you get on your way here tonight, and we'll see you in the future, man.
Appreciate you, fellas. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you, buddy. You too. And that was CJ Mason. Going to go ahead and bring up Joey Doucette, our championship winner now. Joey Doucette, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Do you got a copy, sir?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Man, Joey, you are walking away tonight. Your Truck Series champion here after this race here at Charlotte. We know it probably, wanted to go a little bit different for some of the championship runners getting knocked out so early, and kind of it was not necessarily given to you or anything by any means, but it was kind of one of those that it kind of fell in your lap there early once some of these guys got into a little bit of trouble, and we were counting the laps down. We knew once you got to, I think, lap 125, 126, as long as you got there, you were completely clear of Bobby Hall Jr. That was the last race, and once you got there, it was all hands free. Joey, an excellent, season by you all season. We've seen so many difficulties from the 16 machine with the early wrecks in some races, so many races that set you back early that, you've had to recover from. How does it feel not only picking up a third place finish here tonight in a pretty good stacked field, but walking away tonight with the Bluegrass Truck Series Championship, man? Because I got to say, if that was me, I probably wouldn't even be able to talk right now.
I definitely stopped shaking. I can tell you that. Before the race, just the whole day when I woke up, I was like, oh, it's championship Monday. I'm nervous, my belly's queasy. I'm like, I got this. I practiced all week. I got, try to calm down, got in here. I literally just almost lost it before the race. I was like, I don't feel good whatsoever. Just my nerves. And I started shaking, and I'm like, oh, I guess you got to calm down. And then once the race started, I just got into the groove. I led a couple laps early. And then my teammates, somebody got into Doug, and then somebody got into Alex, and then Bobby hit the wall, and it's like, it's your race to lose, man. Everybody's just wrecking out. And I'm like, and I just took it easy. And from there, I just raced my race. Everybody was like, race your race. And, I got a couple of guys that helped me out outside the league. Brady's one of them. Robbie helped me out all season. Taylor, Chris, Ed, just these guys have the confidence in me to be part of their team and to, right the ship. I mean, Misfits did pretty well last season, and I'm glad that Chris brought me on. And it looks like I think we won the season championship for me, and also the team championship. I don't know how that's going to go, but I'm just glad I could be there and help them win this team championship too.
Heck yeah, man. You guys have all looked very, very strong in Misfit. I mean, not only yourself, I mean, like you said, last season, we were talking about how coming from last season to this season, you were one of those drivers last season that was fast, strong, and could always be there at the end. But this season, it seemed like you were a whole different animal. And it seemed like once you got picked up, got that support behind you, and really gotten that team mojo, you've been able to really get in that rhythm. And it's been so awesome. Not only you watch you go out there in this season and put on a show, but in a lot of these races have one of the most dominant trucks out there in the field at the time in some of these tracks. So Joey, it's just been an awesome season. I got to say, not only, from our side, but from your side as well. I mean, it's been awesome to watch, just sit and, get and watch you do everything. But, watching is one thing, but, seeing you do it, that's a completely another. I mean, I could only imagine what it's like, because, you sitting there talking about shaking. I know what that's like. I played DayZ, man, and I shake. I don't even want to know what it's like racing for a championship right there. That would put me probably sweating and passing out in the seat halfway through the race.
Oh, I felt it, man. I really did. I told the guys, I was like, if you hear any big thump, I fell out of my rig. So
Oh, that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good.
no, because like I was ready. I was like, oh, I don't even want to race. Like, but I'm like, I got to do this. I got to do this. I was like, I worked so hard all season long, and just the you get the nerves before the race, and then when the race starts, it's like you hit that comfort zone. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, I got this. It's like the nerves kind of don't fully go away, but they're still there, but you're focused on who's around you and stuff like that. And last year I didn't win no races, but I got to learn the guys that I drove around with. Daniel Worthington, um, David Brackett, and everybody else like that. So I got comfortable around them. I know how they race. They know how I race. So I got comfortable this season. I wasn't very comfortable last year, but it just hit because these group of guys race clean every week. We're all good friends, and I mean, if it wasn't for this league, I don't know, I don't know what I'd be doing on Mondays.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. It's the same way with me. If it wasn't for this league, I don't know what I'd be doing on Mondays through Wednesdays right now. So it's one of those things that it's awesome to see you guys, like you said, coming from that team that really was just learning, finding that groove. And when a lot of people don't understand when a race driver says, "Oh, we just haven't found the rhythm in the car, found the tenths, found those couple seconds," that's what they mean right there. It's just not fully comfortable in the car, but you came out this season, you were fully comfortable, had eyes on what you wanted instead of going out there having to focus on what's around you. You focused on what you really wanted, and that was to go out here and be a dominant driver. Joey, it was so awesome to see everything come together this season, see you as a driver develop, as a person develop. And I got to say, man, at the end of the day, I got to say it's awesome to say that Joey Doucette is our Truck Series driver. I'll say it again. It's awesome to say, but Joey, if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout outs, anything, man, we got a couple more interviews we got to get to here after you. You're more than welcome to throw those out there, and we'll let you get on your way, man.
Just like to thank Warrior Raps Racing, No Sweat, Pulse Poppers, ButtKicker, Breams Bugs, Amsoil, LNS Custom, Kender. I like to thank John Fortier. He's watched every single race. He usually comments. I don't know what he commented tonight, but he gave me a lot of confidence. He gave me a pep talk, so I thank him. Doug, Neal, Nate, my team of misfits, Ed, Taylor, Chris, Robbie joined us late, and he ran with us most of the season. My family, more friends that I can name. But I run this league. I run these trucks. 16 was my brother's number. This is his paint scheme, and it's a tribute to him, and because he's no longer here. So I do this for him and for my comfort. It gives me a little bit closer to him. And I know he was with me tonight. Sorry, guys.
You're good, man. We understand.
But yeah, he was definitely with me, and he would be very, very, very proud of me tonight. So I'd like to thank Jason. You guys, I mean, like I said, it's you guys, it's Jason, it's Brian Terry, and volunteering for race control. It takes a team and it takes a family, and I consider this a family of drivers. We might have our headaches, we might yell back and forth, but deep down we all care for each other. So I mean, we might not admit it because we're men, but I just really appreciate it, guys. And Chris, I know you're watching. I did this for you, buddy.
Heck yeah, Joey. We like to hear that, man. That's what it's all about right there. We know everything you've gone through, and it's awesome to see you prevail here tonight. But Joey, just sending the virtual hugs, man, and saying congratulations, and the fist bumps as well. We know it's going to be a big celebration for you these next couple weeks, and take that time off. We know we got a good little off week here, or off season, I should say, and hopefully we'll see that Joey Doucette machine back out on the track here soon.
Hell yeah, guys! Thank you.
Thank you, man. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Hey, we're and we're not even Joey Doucette's brother, but hey, man, we're proud of you. We're proud of you as well. So hell yeah, Joey! Yeah. Congratulations, man.
All right. Well, it looks like we have Bobby Hall Jr. next, correct? Yes. So Bobby Hall Jr., we are bringing him up to have a word with our second place championship finisher. Bobby Hall Jr., Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Do you got a copy, sir?
What's going on, fellas?
Man, not much. I got to say, it stinks that we're talking to you in this manner. We know you probably wanted to be talking to us in another bit of an aspect, but hey, coming in here tonight, we know it was a tough night for everybody, and it seemed like right there towards the middle half, you got into that little bit of an incident. You were the closest guy that could have possibly came back and taken that championship if anything was to happen to that 16. But man, we just had to say we hate to see all of our other 3 championship drivers get taken out there early. But Bobby, congratulations on the season, man, and just take us through that little bit of the fight there early and what really happened to get you into the situation you were in.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just must be she got tight and she pushed coming out of 4 and clipped the wall, and it almost felt like a tire going down. I went and turned 1, made the arc, and it started coming around on me, and I'm like, oh shoot. And 55 hit me in the door, and I'm like, okay. But it turned right and hit the wall head on, and I'm like, shoot. And I thought I was done for. I had the old meatball sign come up, and I'm like, yep, my night's done. But when I made it to pit road, I only had like, I don't know, I think it was like 7 minutes of damage to fix. I'm like, okay, I guess fix it and run it to the end.
Well, that's what we, that's what we love to see. Is even when people get that meatball, I know a lot of people right there just hit that all that forward button, man. It's a very demotivating thing, especially when you've worked so hard all season. You guys have put in a lot of effort, man. But you've come up second here tonight in the standings, and I got to say, all in all, it was a very, very good effort from you guys, Bobby. And man, do you think coming into tonight, or excuse me, not coming tonight, but coming into this off season here, going into next season, do you guys got anything you're going to try to work on a little bit differently, or do you think you're just going to head down and keep focusing, try to pick up where you left off here?
Yeah, because it's kind of funny because I almost was not going to run this league this season. Rest of my team, they're like, yeah, you should run it. You're pretty decent, because we used to race dirt all the time, and we got into asphalt racing. And he's like, go ahead, what's worse going to happen? You can just go and quit, if you don't like it. And then when I went to sign up for the league, my actual race car number in real life was taken. And I'm like, man, I can't race with somebody else's number. Like, it's got to be my number or no number. And I believe it was Josh Clemens, had my number. So I messaged him and asked him, I was like, hey, by any chance, can I have your number? And luckily enough, he's like, sure, means nothing to me. And I was like, sweet. And then when I got lucky and pulled that win off, I told my team, I was like, listen, my goal was to make it to the second round of playoffs. I was like, that's good enough for me. And then I made it to the Final Four, and I'm like, well, I got nothing to gain, nothing to lose. And we came up short. Hey, that's all we can do.
Heck yeah, man. It's still been a season, though. I mean, you came in setting it up knowing that you probably weren't going to, do anything spectacular for yourself and come out, man, surprising everybody. It was one of those things, you came into it just wanting to do it. It almost came to it from a personal preference of numbers. We know how picky some people are about their numbers. I'm one of those people too. Trust me, I can't go without my number now. But it's one of those things that you were kind of pushed into the league by a weird circumstance. You got in and you started to run a little bit. Was thinking about quitting, maybe not running it all the way if you didn't like it so much on the asphalt side. And then all of a sudden, you made it into the playoffs. You made it into the second round of playoffs. You exceeded your expectations and got all the way into the Final Four. Like you said, Bobby, I got to say, man, pretty much from your perspective, this has got to be almost like a win in your, I guess, your first league season on asphalt. Like you said, this is, your first run-ins over here. So congratulations, man, on that. And I got to say, you've got a really good bit of talent under you coming into the asphalt like that and instantly taking the field by storm. We know how difficult it can be on these tracks, but man, if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout outs, or anything, Bobby, you want to let go before we let you get out of here, you're more than welcome to throw those out there and we'll let you get on the way, man.
Yeah, foremost is Team Flex. Dan, I thought he had the win in the bag and had a little altercation. I don't know how that resolved yet, if it did. Wes Wiggin, he's a good guy, he's from Texas. Alan Duranco, he's a good guy. Dakota Shepard, kind of bummed he didn't finish the season with us. And Earl Shop, I'd like to thanks for coming on board. Jason for putting on this league. You guys in the booth, doing your best you can broadcasting. I believe majority of our team is gonna return next year. I have a couple things to figure out if I can or can't. And congrats to Joey on the win. And I think we'll end it on a good note.
Heck yeah, man. Well, again, congratulations on the season you've had, Bobby. And man, we're excited to see you guys possibly come back next season and repeat. Hopefully, take it an extra spot forward. But man, it's been an awesome season watching you guys adapt and everything. And hopefully, you enjoy the rest of your off season here. And we'll be seeing you very soon.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man. And that was Bobby Hall Jr. Going to go ahead and bring up our third place finisher, Doug Neal, and have a word with him. Well, third place in the championship. Doug Neal, Chris, and Josh up here in the Bluegrass booth. Got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Man, Doug. I hate that we had to see what happened to you here tonight. We know that that 77 fairly, or usually a fairly quick truck around these mile and a half. So unfortunately, your night was ended a little bit early there, but you were able to keep fighting. We didn't probably get the finish at all we wanted for sure, but Doug, just take us through what you saw from your perspective, and if you think you could have had that truck to win if that doesn't happen.
I had a pretty good truck. I feel like I practiced all week. I was pretty good on a long run, but I don't know. I thought I gave Alex enough room. I don't know if I pinched him or he came up. I have no idea. I hadn't looked at it, so I don't know. But it is what it is. And I would have finished P2 if my truck hadn't blew up. I was only 2 laps down. Bobby was 9 laps down still. So and my truck just gave up on lap 88 and said I had enough. But other than that, I mean, I'm happy. I finished P3. I mean, in the championship. I'm a little disappointed, but sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield, is what I like to say. And I was the bug today.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah, we fought pretty hard, and I thought we could, once I seen Bobby slap the wall off too. It looked like, and then he went in the pits, and I seen him keep going down lap after lap after lap, and I told Nate, I said, man, if we can just stay where we're at, I said we might get P2 anyway. And but truck gave up, and it happens. It's just part of racing, I'm not upset about it. I mean, I'm not mad at Alex, or I hope he's not mad at me if I cause that. Like I say, I don't know what happened. But it is what it is,
Oh yeah, we know it's one of those deals on the racetrack. But man, Doug, you guys have had an excellent season. Granted, what happened here tonight, and I got to say it's been an awesome show from the 77 all season. I mean, multiple race wins, multiple podiums. You guys have looked very strong this season. We know going into the off season, you guys are probably just going to get better and faster. But Doug, if you've got any final words or final thoughts, shout outs, anything you want to let go before we let you get out of here, you're more than welcome to get them out, and we'll let you get onto that season break and enjoy the rest of your off season here, and hopefully come back stronger next season.
Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank Nate. Nate's on vacation. He's down at Disney this week, and he got on Discord on his phone and hung out with me for most of the race until I blew up. But thanks to him, he's been a huge help all season long. Great spotter. He comes up with some good strategy. He always does a great job. Just unfortunate he can't be here to race tomorrow night. I hate that for him, but family's more important. So big shout out to him, and of course my button box company, Simbox. If anybody's looking for a button box, I'll be glad to help you out. Just message me on Facebook, and we can go from there. And you guys, of course, and everybody, great season this year. Jason putting all the work in. I talked to him earlier today, and he busts his fanny doing all this and putting everything together. I mean, it takes a lot of time for him to do this, and he ought to be commended for that. And like I say, you guys always put on a good show up there in the booth, and that's about it.
Well, we appreciate
Yes,
you,
sir.
Doug. Well, you have a
Nah.
great off season, man, and hey, hopefully we'll be seeing you here soon, man. And again,
All right.
congratulations on the run you guys had this season, and good night. And once again,
Appreciate it,
enjoy that
guys.
off season, man. We know we enjoy that off season.
Yeah, I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, man.
All right, man.
Later, Doug.
Bye.
And that was Doug Neal. Going to go ahead and bring up our fourth in the championship points and final interview, Alex Healey. Alex Healey, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. And you got a copy, sir?
I've got a copy on you guys.
Man, Alex, we hate it for you. We hate it for all you guys out there tonight. It was just a tough night for the Final Four. Besides Joey, he was able to keep his nose clean. But, man, we hate it for you, Alex. We know you and Doug made some contact right there on the front stretch. I know he said that he feels bad. He doesn't know if he pinched you or you came up. He hates it for both of y'all. But, man, we know from your perspective, it probably felt that same way. It was just going to that inside lane. It seemed like you had the momentum. You guys got a little bit of a tag at setting him up. And then not even, a handful of laps later, you had Taylor Peacock get loose in front of you, or tight in front of you, wash up the racetrack and made you do a wheelie up down the backstretch. And, man, that pretty much sealed the deal on your night. Alex, I'm sure there's 100 different things, you could say that you could did a different way, but realistically, how do you think, anything else you could have played the night out differently, or do you think it was just pretty much sealed after that first one of contact with Doug, or, really realistically, I meant to say, Taylor Peacock?
Yeah, it's which I was listening to Doug. I'm glad he's not upset. I didn't try to do anything out of the way. I had a run there I was trying to use, and I may have run him too close. I know we were just hard racing there, and I hate that it ended his night right there, more or less. I know he was able to run for a while until his engine let go, but it's tough, and I felt like crap about that for a little bit because I didn't know really exactly what happened, and it feels probably like it was just a racing deal, and it's unfortunate because it's two playoff guys on lap 5 or whatever it was, and then get around a little bit later, and I kind of knew I had one coming from Taylor. I knew he was upset with me from last week, and I didn't think that I did anything bad to him last week, but if the roles were reversed, if I was in his position, I mean, I'd be upset too, and which maybe if he got tight or loose or whatever, I knew he was going to race me tight regardless, and I earned it. That's part of racing, and sometimes that's how it goes, and I'm not going to hold a grudge on anyone or anything like some of the other guys have said. This league has been awesome all year. I've loved racing with everybody in this league. They've made me a better driver. I hope that I've returned the favor for a couple guys at least. It's a hard way to end the year. I thought I had a lot of momentum coming in. I'd really found some speed there at the end of the year, it seemed like, and it's just one of them racing deals.
That's what they always say. Them race car drivers get out there, hit the wall at 200 almost, and all they can say about it is just a racing deal. I mean, you just got to shake it off, man, with that mentality. But Alex,
yeah, I had a real epiphany kind of early on in the season. I can't even remember what the incident was. Something crazy happened, and I was flying off the handle. I was mad at Jason. I was mad at the world, everything. And after I cooled down and I talked to Jason, and after that night, I realized that when something happens on the track, it doesn't do any good to go yelling at anybody else. My night's over. It was a tough race. You move on to next week, and that's kind of how I look at it tonight. I'm ready for the All-Star race next week, and I'm ready to get this next season going and hopefully carry that momentum and not have to miss races like I did this season. That kind of put me behind the 8 ball. So, we learned some lessons this year and had a bunch of fun racing with all these guys from Twitty. I was happy to see CJ out there tonight after he's been away for a couple weeks. I know he had a tough one in Vegas. We were both kind of frustrated with how that went, but it's all these guys. I mean, I've not met any of these dudes in real life, but it feels like a little fraternity we got. And I know we get mad at each other sometimes, and we're going to trade words, and that's racing stuff. But at the end of the day, I couldn't ask for a better group of guys to race with, a better group of people that put the race on, from Jason and David Brackett, you two guys. I mean, the whole gang. I'm sure I'm going to skip over someone, and someone's going to send me a message and be like, I can't believe you didn't give me the shout out. Also, super happy that Holly came on tonight and threw out a $250 gift certificate. I'm hoping that Joshua Clemens wanted that and was gonna use that. I know we were talking in the pre-race meeting, if someone didn't have a use for it, we just kind of pass it down the standings. So as long as someone gets some good use out of it, I like helping out other racers in any way I can, and the position I'm in allows me to do that from time to time. So hopefully that helps somebody get their race car on track this year, or they buy a bunch of Holly t-shirts, whatever makes them happy, man.
Heck yeah, man. Well, we appreciate that, and we know that's a little bit on your side, bringing those guys over with us, with you. So we appreciate that as well. But Alex, we know I just wanted to say this before we let you go. You've had your own Kurt Busch glow up this season, so you went from wanting to run your. I saw the tattoo. I gotta say,
Yes.
my favorite tattoo ever. I can't repeat it completely on there, but I love that Kurt Busch moment. It's probably one of my favorite radio moments ever. So
yeah, obviously I enjoyed it. I had to. Some people might say I lost the bet. I'd say I won it because now I have this hilarious quote that I have a story to tell about every time someone sees it.
Yes. That's what I love about it. I showed it to a couple of friends. They all loved it, man. So it was it's a joke between us two as well. But Alex, like I said, man, had your own Kurt Busch glow up season this year, and man, I like to hear the positive mentality going into next season. Man, I cannot. English is hard, you know that, but love
Dude,
the positive mentality, man.
I know it's hard. I have a 4-year degree in English, and it's still hard for me, man.
Man, you'd think me talking 24/7, I'd be able to do it, but I still mess up the simplest things. But again, Alex, congratulations here tonight, man. And hey, we're very excited to see you next season. I think you got all your shout outs and everything out. So
yeah, I'll give a couple out to the
to
the support crew over here. My brother-in-law has watched every race this year. He's been sitting in here in the room with me a couple times. My wife has watched every race, and a lot of the replays that I've forced her to watch when she's passing out, and I go into bed and I flip on the stream because I want to see how everything went and listen to you guys do your thing. And biggest shout out, I know I've probably said this 13 times on here, but David Farmer got me into iRacing during the pandemic. However, I don't know, was it a year or 2 years ago? I don't know. Time is a flat circle or whatever they say. But he got me into it and got me up and going and got me progressed out of racing Assetto Corsa on my Xbox and got a PC and got me into iRacing, and I ran it for a few months and found this league and told me I should run trucks. And I was like, dude, I've only been doing this for like 8 months. I'm going to go out there and get my paint sucked off every weekend. And lo and behold, we had there were ups and downs, we had our moments, and definitely I think found some footing there towards the end of the year, and hopefully can use that for momentum headed into next season.
Heck yeah, Alex. Well, again, man, congratulations on the season you guys had, and we'll let you get out of here. Enjoy your little bit of the off season you guys get, and we'll see that momentum hopefully carry over into next season.
Yep. Thanks a ton, guys. Thanks for everything you do. Hopefully I'll be talking to you sooner rather than later.
Heck yeah, man. That's what we like to hear. All right. Well, again, thank you, Alex, and we'll be seeing you in the future, man.
Yep. Thanks, guys. See you.
Thank you. Well, a little bit of a long interview session there, but hey, we got to get all of our championship runners in there. It's good to have a word from them, all of our drivers here tonight. But just a big shout out to the YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, hit that like button on Facebook. We are going to be live tomorrow night for the Xfinity here at Charlotte. We're starting early tomorrow, right? Or is that only for the Cups? That's only for Cup. Okay, so only for the Cup Series. So tomorrow night, 9 p.m. as well for Xfinity. And then Wednesday night, we are starting 8 p.m. We'll remind you again tomorrow night. Don't worry. So 9 p.m. Be here for the Xfinity Championship tomorrow. And Chris, if you've got some final words, and we'll get you out of here.
Yeah, from according to my points, and if I am wrong, Jason will correct me on this. It looks like Joey Doucette will walk away with your champion, of course. Bobby Hall Jr. was in second, so he will walk away with your $250 runner-up. Third place will go to Alex Healey. Doug Neal. So Alex Healey will get $125. Fourth place will get $75, which was Doug Neal. And I want to say Daniel Worthington walked away with fifth place. If these points are correct, then Daniel Worthington would have been the driver that walked away with that. But other than that, ButtKicker did also give away a ButtKicker to the championship winner, so Joey Doucette will also receive that. So make sure to hit up ButtKicker, and you can use the promo code Bluegrass iRacing on their website, and you'll get 20% off of your purchase. So make sure to hit up them. Just also want to give a big shout out to LNS Customs as well, ButtKicker, Kinder Performance Group, and Barber Ford Motorsports for giving us all this opportunity to do this. But I cannot wait for this Xfinity race tomorrow night. It's going to be awesome. Also want to give a big shout out and say that if you do want to sign up for the next season, to contact Jason as soon as possible, so that way you are able to secure your charter and your number for next season's races.
Yeah, don't be like Bobby Hall Jr. and lose out your number and almost leave the league over it. Man ran runner-up tonight and almost didn't race for that championship for you because of his numbers. So get your numbers early. But other than that, got to say a big shout-out one more time to ButtKicker, LNS Customs, Barber Ford Motorsports, and Kinder Performance Group. This has been Chris and Josh up here in the Bluegrass booth saying thank you. We'll see you guys tomorrow night, 9 p.m. for the Xfinity race here tomorrow. So again, thank you to everyone. Make sure to tune in for that championship race, and we'll be seeing you tomorrow night.